Let's get ready to rumble! Victor's not here. Nah, whatever. That don't matter. I thought he'd be here. He wasn't here, so doesn't matter. Oh, whatever. Whatever, Victor. All right. This is not it. Roadmap. This is not right. Unity. There it is. Okay. 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 All right. I'm going to play this real quick. It might be too loud. Picked up on my mic. I'm going to turn it down. I think Victor's here. I don't know. We're making stations. Maybe a worm farm. That's so boring, though. Worm farm? Worm farm? Worm farm? I barely know her. Where's Victor? Where is he? He's not here. He's here. He's green in Discord. He doesn't say anything yet. So I'm sure he's here somewhere. I just don't know where. Guess I'll wait. What do we do while we wait? Maybe something with...
What's up?
There he is. Victor, you weren't here. Were you watching stream?
No.
Okay,
no.
well, I did an amazing Let's Get Ready to Rumble, and you weren't even paying attention. And it was like, what'd I even do it for, you know? It was pretty good, though. It was like, let's get... Want I do it again? It was pretty good. I did a really good Let's Get Ready to Rumble, and you didn't even see it. And I was like, well, why'd I even do it, you know?
Rewind the screen.
Can you? Because it would be...
Actually, I'm not sure.
If you go to YouTube, you might be able to, actually. Because I think they do a thing where you can like watch it live, but also like pause it. But Twitch doesn't do that. I think on Twitch you have to like wait for the VOD, which I find very annoying when you are watching like just watch something on Twitch, you know, and then you're busy. You want to pause it, and you can't really pause it. So, you know, whatever. All right, so we got new station stuff. We got procedural stations. It's pretty exciting. So that's what we're gonna do here. So what I'll do is first I'll show you what it looks like, just so you can see. I need to go to Tyler's scene. So that's what I'm gonna do. Did I want to play that vampire game so bad? Like just try it out, you know? V Rising.
Yeah.
Volume Rising. That should be the name of our speaker company. V Rising. And then we'll sue them. They're Swedish, right? Do you have courts in Sweden, or how does that work?
No.
Do people just kind of draw names out of hats? Is that how you just determine the legal winner?
Oh.
Like a sorting hat situation. Is that how England works?
No.
Maybe.
I know that they have silly like wigs in
England
English
or in
courts.
Sweden?
In England.
I was hoping that you guys had them too. I was hoping it was like a big thing. Like we all wear silly hats. Why wouldn't you wear silly hats? Of course. Hair is just never necessary to the judicial process. I always felt that way. I always felt that hair was not necessary. At least that we know who the judges are.
It's weird because it makes them seem less serious than...
I know. Like imagine being sentenced to death by a man wearing one of those wigs. And you're like, dude, you just killed me and you look like a clown or something. Looks like that mom and stepmom, kind of, maybe. Some sort of famous red-headed person. I don't remember who they are.
Wait, what? Who?
Yeah, like Susan Sarandon, something like that. Some sort of famous red-headed older lady.
Stepmom?
What's that?
Did you say a famous stepmother?
No, she was in the movie called Stepmom. And she was a redhead. She was the stepmom. Or was Julianne Moore the stepmom? Wait, that's not right. Julia Roberts. Was that the chick from The Blind Side? The chick who adopted the black kid to play football. She didn't adopt him to play football. He was just really good at football. And it was like, if you're going to adopt a kid, it's like it makes more sense to adopt a kid who's good at football than not a kid who's not good at football, if it's all the same. Plus, he was like 16 when they were adopted, so it wasn't like she was adopting a kid. Did you ever watch that movie, The Blind Side?
No.
I'm pretty sure I watched it in movie theaters with my girlfriend. I think so. I don't remember which girlfriend. I don't remember how old I was when it came out. I could be misremembering all of it. So, but I'm obviously thinking of Sandra Bullock from The Blind Side. Duh.
Is Julia Roberts.
What's that?
Julia Roberts.
Was it Julia Roberts who was in it?
Yeah.
I get them all confused, dude. They're all the same to me. Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock look so alike to me. They both like same color hair. They're both white. They're in the same types of movies. Like they get cast similarly in movies. They're the same sort of role, which is like cute. This is so loud. Like cute, like white girl or something. That's not right. It's more like mom. In a sexy mom sort of situation. That's where they get typically strong mom sort of thing. Because certain people, apparently, I saw it was Sarah. All right, we got stations. Where are they? They're here. And they're queer. This is not the right thing. Love loader test. Right click this. Spawn entire dungeon. All right, so this is going to spawn an entire dungeon, which is pretty cool. It's going to spawn a collection of rooms, and I'm just waiting. It doesn't take that long, but it takes, like 10 seconds. Or maybe it's going to be really big this time. I guess we can't say for sure. It's never taken this long. Could it be that this computer's worse than my other computer? There's a chance. There's always a chance. But we wait. Oh, man. I was about to eat some eggs. No chance. No chance. All right, check this out. So we've got are these procedurally generated stations, and you can drop colonists in their next form, so it's pretty cool. So they just look like this. See, there's no lights in them because it's like our red lights. Like, oh, lights, screw lights, dude. Okay. Need some lights though, huh? Look how dark it is. It's so dark in there. Oh, she's gonna die, dude. Okay, that's better. There we go. Oh, yeah. And she'll walk around. There's things that spawn in various places. So I'm going to put some lights up here, though. I have no money, but that's okay. Because I can cheat and get a lot of money, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to place a big battery. Maybe here. I can place a little treadmill here. And I'm going to place a couple, I guess, some wall lights. What happened here? Did this wall get removed or something? Ah, it's fog of war. That's what's happening there. I see. Okay. I see. The fog of war. We're going to go in this bathroom. There's a zombie in this room, I happen to know, because I made this room. But that's alright. Zombie in this room, too. We'll go find this zombie. How about that? That sounds good. We'll find that zombie. Yeah. I'm going to place some lights in here, too, while I'm waiting. I'll do the lights, see? He's like, nope, better go on that treadmill. Better do some treadmill stuff. What does that say? Researching, mining, power generation? Let's do building first for you. Am I dumb? Why can't I see building? Oh, it's right there. Let's put it there. Alright, bozo. We gotta explore this station, dude. There we go. Yeah, it was never gonna happen. Okay. Ba-doop. There we go over here. Ba-doop. What's over here? Anything? There's a zombie. I know there's a zombie. But now I can't get there. Because there's no way for me to get to that room. Unless I do this. Oh, there's a zombie. Let's do one more light, though. Here. It's alright, buddy. You'll be alright. The zombie's dead. Look at that. Is he infected? He's not. Everything's good. There. See? And what's over here? I don't know. I do know, actually. There's an incubation tank and nothing else. See? Pretty cool. Oh, man. Did I tell you what? For whatever reason, I'm so tired today. I don't know why. Perhaps I'll die. All right, Victor, what type of station should I design? I could design a worm room, a worm farm. I don't know what that means.
What about some combination of like asteroid and station?
Is there art for that? Because you need like tile pieces that would look okay.
Well, I mean, you'd have to use like walkways between like the station bits and the asteroid
maybe.
bits.
I'm not sure how good that would look.
No.
because the bits would have to have asteroid chunks on them, and I feel like they'd have to be designed somewhat with some thought, where they'd look good when they're combined randomly. Maybe not. I don't know. Because it's better if it doesn't look like you just copy and pasted a bunch of rooms, you know?
Yeah.
I could make a really cool bathroom. I always like bathrooms. I have sterile floors already. What's a good wall type? What's a good wall paint?
A Walmart.
I could make a Walmart, you said?
Space Walmart.
What would that be? Like a bunch of shelves with items on them or
like
something?
A parking lot.
Stop asking. What would that be? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, I'm cool with it, but I just want to know what it is.
It's like a parking lot. Means like rest area, restrooms. It's like cash registry. Bunch of shelves.
We don't have cash registers, Victor.
No, but yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what we have. What about an arcade? I can make an arcade room. That'd be pretty cool. That might be the play. I'm going to do an arcade room.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Doing an arcade room. Check this out. Okay. Arcade room. Arcade room, very easy. We can do this, no problem. We can do arcade room. All right, maximized. You could also design some stuff. And you could send it to me if you want to. That's up to you if you don't have to, but if you want to. Let's do that, though. Let's design an arcade. And let's get some music, too, because it's just like, you know. Let's skip forward to Tech Slave. Okay. 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 Ugh. I just feel like dead today. I don't know why. Yeah. I went like on a walk. Tried to wake up. Didn't work. Now I'm wearing this hood. Much better. Okay. We're going to design, what did I say, an arcade? Arcades are pretty cool. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to station right now. Station 1. Just kidding. We're going to go to room 1 instead. Just kidding. We're going to go to room 1 instead. Here. Room 1 bathroom. Very easy. And then we're going to go to where? This morgue. Let's duplicate this. Well, actually, let's duplicate this. This is a base. It's got all the stuff we need on it. It doesn't matter too much. Let's turn this on slightly. There that is. Hit him with it. So I want to design a room that has some loot that's worth seeing in it as well. So what sort of loot would be in an arcade? Probably energy drinks.
Yeah.
That could be cool. Maybe some alcohol.
Like storage bins with energy drinks, like vending machines.
Nutrition bricks or something maybe.
Yeah. We have like casino tables as well, and jukeboxes. TVs.
Now we're gonna call this one? We're gonna call this arcade room. I'm just typoing all over the place today, man. It's too bad. That's alright though. The room of the arcades. Is the song, you just think a song, is it like copyright free?
I think so, because it's like remixes.
Yeah, alright, whatever. I'm sure the DMCA if it's not. It's on you. You've made this call. Okay, we're gonna do this arcade room. Alright, arcade room pretty easy, so what we need to do is floors. Arcade room should have carpet. Is that right? Let's do that. Let's make a carpet. So first, let's select, I'm gonna select this sterile floor right here. What is this music? Pretty intense, isn't it? Maybe too intense. Victor, I think your music might be too intense for me.
No.
Dude, it's so intense. It's like It's not great for me talking because I just want to listen to the music instead. Like it's too good, you know. It's a great song and
Yeah,
all.
but
I'm
it
just
comes down a bit.
doubt it. I'm just
Well,
kidding. I'm sure it does. It's hard because I don't have a good sense for how loud it is relative to my voice and your voice. Okay. Okay. This here's a palette. What it does is it just has a bunch of objects that we can easily click on, right? So we can be like, oh, let me place one of those. Let me place one of these. Let me place a couple of these guys, right? So that's how that works. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the carpet floor to the palette because I feel like carpet's the best floor for an arcade. Now to do this, we're just going to find the sterile floor and we're going to copy it. So making a folder called floor because I see we have a lot of floors here. And we're about to have a lot. So we got these 2 floors. And we're going to make 2 of them. We need to make carpet, right? So let's do that. Let's do carpet. Carpet floor. I think the color will be blue. I'll have to make a script for palette swapping it, but it should be blue. So carpet. I got the thriller. All right. Now we're going to make these optional. An optional variant, that is. Now, if something's optional, it doesn't have to be placed. So when rooms are merging, this helps me a little bit. And it should be floor carpet variant here, like that. And we got to go here and do the same thing. Change this sprite to carpet. Talking kind of fast because I kind of just want to get to the exciting part. And this part is not the particularly exciting part. But if you're watching, just ask questions and I'll answer. Not optional though. And then we're going to drag both these guys out like this and like this. And then we can design some carpet rooms. So that's what we're going to do. So make sure you have floor selected, and we do. We're going to make an arcade with carpet. If I was an arcade, I'd have a front door and a rear door. Let's put the front door right here. In fact, let's put it here. Let's put a bunch of optional floors here for when it connects. And presumably here as well. Is that right? And also I need to delete this. And then I'm going to place a wall along here. And I think I'm going to have a connector right here. I think that sounds kind of fun. So I'll place a connector there, which means these boys need to be optional as well. And then this is where I'm going to place the walls. Oh, shoot. Epislug, I can buy followers, primes, and viewers on my stream.store. Not a bad idea. I don't want to ban you because you're a viewer right now. Epi-Sieg, the bot. I'm going to add you to the box. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I always was going to. I'm sorry about that. All right, let's play some doors. Doors I missed. These aren't doors. These are walls. Walls. And delete. I really need to memorize this keyboard shortcut, which is what? Something. I'm not quite sure. And we need to place a couple of machines. What are those, like? Something? Let me look. I'm going to look in the actual game real quick to figure out what these things are. And also while I'm here, I'm just going to rename this to Arcade. And I just want to demonstrate how sort of easy this is. But first, it's actually pretty exciting because we got to go into the code. All right, what we got to do is look for something. It's what? I forgot because I was so excited to do the into the code portion. It was the dungeon test underscore mono behavior. That's what it is. Close all these. Looking for dungeon test. That's nope. This is exactly what it's called. It's right here. Now under spawn room, I want to spawn it instead of at 0, 0, 0. I want to spawn it a little bit further away. I'm gonna spawn it like 30 or something like that. I'm gonna show you why in a second. I go back in the game. It's because when we spawn things, they're going to spawn on top of the extent floor on the player's boundary, and some of the floors won't get placed because of where I'm sort of debug placing it. So, all right, what are some of these? Let me export this real quick. It's going to export this to a file. See, arcade. Then later, if I want to use it, that's not too hard. I just have to spawn it in. I have to add it to this list. I'm going to do that real quick just to demonstrate it. And what I call this arcade. I'm just going to spawn the room. It's going to despawn all this stuff. That might take a little bit of time because there's a lot of stuff there. Ordinarily, when you warp, that's when this stuff would get removed. But for dev purposes, I have to place them more frequently. So, what you going to do? That's me barapping. Barack Obama-ing. Look, here it is, but you can't say anything. That's too bad. Well, there's the walls that I made. There's where the doors would be. You can't see anything because it's on the extent floor, like I said. When I reload, when I recompile, it's not going to be that. That won't be the case. That's good. Okay. I know that I'll need the one of the wall paints. It's like a wood wall paint. I know I'll need that. Oh, can you guys not see the palette thing? That's funny. I should have been paying attention. If you can't see it, I'll try to figure out how I can make you guys be able to see this. You can't see it at all. How can I let you guys see this? Is it a window? No, it's not a window. Is it something else? Is it a display capture? Is it a game capture? It's none of those things. Possibly it could be a game capture. Possibly. This probably only does full screen applications though, right? But if I tell you to capture a specific window, and the window I tell you to capture is this one. Interesting. Well, that didn't work. What about this window? None of these are going to work. I'm not sure how to display this, actually. I'm not sure how. I wish I knew how to, so you could see it. Because you can't see the palette that I'm working with. That's quite annoying. I don't know. I could display the whole window. I don't really want to do that, if I'm being honest with you. Because it'd be the whole window. And it's like, ugh. If I put it here, I bet you can see it, though. So I could just put it here, maybe. So, I don't know. See, this is the top palette that I was looking at. But when I drag it, it's going to go away, see? What was that? What is that? That's a hierarchy it just captured, I see. Yeah, that's too bad. If I click it, will it capture it? No? No, it won't. No, that's too bad. I'll just nest it instead. That's no problem. I can just nest it right here to the side. Just anchor it to the left side of the screen so you guys can see it. Okay, that's all I'll do. All right, I just wasn't sure. I need a couple things. I need the arcade machines. The TVs would be good. Jukebox. Okay. Okay. I need jukebox, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to place the jukebox. This is easy. I'm just going to duplicate the toilet. The jukebox, I think, is 2x1. I think. That might not be. If it's 2x1, I can't copy it. See, this is 2, 2, 2, 2. So let's do this. Let's do juke blueprint. It'll have the dimensions here. Here. Okay. What am I, just some kind of dum-dum? Is it here? So here, 2, 2, 2. All right, it's 2x1. See, 2, 1, 1. The Y is always 1 for now because every object is a single floor, right? So, okay. We're going to do toilet 0, this one, this one, this one, and we're going to call you jukebox. Nah, let's do jukebox. Fine. Jukebox 0. This is jukebox 90, actually. Ugh. Jukebox 90. Jukebox. Did I copy the 90 a bunch of times? Or is this toilet? I see. This is wrong. I see. 90. Ooh, these are all wrong. 180. 270. Okay. Okay, so we're going to call this jukebox 90. Fine. I can't. We'll call you 0. Now, the 0, by the way, is the rotation. It's 4 rotations because, you know, front, left, back. So, hey, what's up, John Daniels? Johnny, I'm so tired today, dude. I'm just like, I tried to go on a walk today to like wake up, and I was like, I'm just so tired. Thanks, by the way. So right now what we're doing is we're making a procedural, like a room for a station. I'll show you in a second. Jukebox 90. Jukebox 180. I'm doing like the boring things. I'm like, I'm trying to think, you know? I'm like, what am I doing right now? Okay. Jukebox 270. Just some boring stuff, making some pieces. And then we're going to drag the pieces over here. Then we'll be able to place them in rooms. No problem. We're going to do the jukebox is what I'm going to do. So, but first, this needs to be 180. And this needs to be 270. And all of these need to be 2x1. And I think that the dimensions are fine. I think. Okay. Okay, and then what I need is a jukebox entity. And I'm going to see if this plays it. So I'm going to play the game real quick. And it's going to take a quick second. This is sprite needs to change as well. To jukebox here. Okay. The way I do, this is easy. This is a Unity tile pile thing. And what we do is just drag this out. Did I drag the wrong one? I did not. Cool. 90. What I do is I lay them out so that the right, the one that's rotated right is to the right. See, and the one that's rotated left is to the left. So easy to remember that way. And then let me open up this morgue. This is not a morgue. This is a morgue. And go to scene view. I'm going to place a couple of those. Now, these guys are weird. They're 2 by 1. I've never placed a 2 by 1 object before. That means they should go, if I placed it here, I might have to make a new thing here. Because it's not even necessarily, right? So this needs to be something else, which is what? Instead of even dimension objects, it could be even by odd or something. Something stupid like that. Yeah, maybe. I might need that. I might need even by odd. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to put even by odd. I guess. Is it going to work when you rotate them, though? Might not. Okay, I'm going to try this, though. I'm going to try this. And I'm going to delete these. Disable them, rather, so I can see the positions a little bit better. The guy I'm looking for is this guy. See? This guy? That guy? See? And I want on the X, I believe, to be the exact same. It's 2 by 2, just like this guy. Like so. I think this is what I want. Like that. And then the X has to be offsetted by a half. And I think that maybe it is here. And this position offset should probably be the same. It is. This should probably be 0, but it's not. Is it supposed to be? I don't know. I don't know. All right, now if I place this guy... you know what? The halfway's got to be in the middle, actually. But this guy should not be. I think this is what I want now. So I can place him right in the middle of this. And I can place him either one of those. I think that's what I want. So I'm going to see if this works. And then I'm going to place a thing that's facing us, and I'm only going to do it once. So just to make sure that this works correctly. Let's call even by odd dimension objects. What a weird name. And we're going to place this hopefully in a way that it's centered here at the top. So that's what we're gonna hope for. I'll place them on this back wall, though. If I was some jukeboxes, let's put them kind of away. No, you need one jukebox here. But you got to rotate and place one here. And I'm not sure how this is going to work, if this is going to work. So I want to see one that's here. I want to rotate one and then have it the other way. So hopefully there's one jukebox facing towards the room and centered correctly also. And then one that's facing away. And then we'll see how that works. And so hopefully it does. So what I gotta do is export it real quick. Then play. And then we can see what it looks like. I played the game to see how low that I could go. We develop mental pictures. See, my phone has had to update. Phone backup failed. What does that mean? Does that mean it can't back it up? Your last iPhone backup could not be saved in iCloud because I ran out of space. I don't care that much, iCloud. I just don't care, Apple. I don't know what this backup stuff is. I don't know what it is. I didn't back up my photos before. Now you're like, oh, George Morning. Like, I don't care. If I lose my phone, lose my photos. I don't really care. All right. Level or test. Run this. Spawn. I was feeling slow today. Just see how low that I could go. Did I spawn an entire dungeon on accident? I meant to spawn a room. So, well, the arcade might be in the room. It's going to have a sterile. Should change that. What's the most fun? Victor, what's the most fun door we have for an arcade?
Probably the cat door.
The cat? Yeah, I think so. I think you might be right about that.
Look like a cat carnival. Like,
I think you might be right. I did not add it here anyway. And also this, I didn't add it there either. Ugh. Blah, 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 blah. Let's make a new door tile. I feel like we should both have our own palettes. If we're going to be working at the same time, because otherwise there could be conflicts.
Mm, yeah.
You can just copy my palette though and paste it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure about conflicts. That's all it is. That's the only reason I would say this.
Yeah.
Also, there's a minor thing that maybe some people will like. Maybe the way I lay out things is not the same way you would lay out things, and so it would be better if I could just lay them out the way I do. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the best thing is for long term. Spawn room. Okay, there's our arcade, which clearly is not far enough away, even still. So whatever, I'll make it far away. Further away. I might not have recompiled though. I feel like I did though. I'll spawn a little bit further away though. That can't be 30 units away. There's no chance. Not a chance that's 30, is it? But maybe it is. I don't know. Anyway, we should have 2 arcade machines. One facing towards us, which looks like it is, and one facing away, and it's not. So that one's wrong. You know why it's wrong, dude? Did I literally place the 91? No, I didn't. I did not do that. There's 0 chance I did that, right? 0? Oh, okay. Okay. I see what happened here. Okay. This is easy to fix, though. So it's that one that's bugged, but I think that its position is fine. Okay, so I did is the rotation was wrong on this, but this is no problem because all we have to do is just reopen the room. This arcade, I'm going to call it room 8. They're only labeled that way so I can find them easier, honestly. It's nothing to do with any requirement. I'll re-export it, and then I'm going to replace it. And then hopefully this time they are the correct rotation, and they are. There should be a space for one arcade machine there. It's so dark, I can't really see what's going on. Is there a way that I can disable the lighting easily? I mean, there is, but what's the easiest way? I think I can just disable the material. That's probably what I'll end up doing. So, let's go here. And let's go all the way over here. And then let's go to this wall. And let's go to this wall here. And then see this lighting. And we're just going to be like, enable lighting. No, thanks. See? No, nice and bright. I'm going to do the same thing with the carpet. I just won't commit these changes that I made, so this should be fine. Enable lighting. No, thanks. You can't see that, can you? Where is it? It's like, you can. It's like, it's right there. See? It's there. Enable lighting. It's right there. So we disabled it. Now this thing is lit. Now this thing is lit. See? And we'll probably remember to turn that back off. So okay. Can I place another thing here? Let's find out. I have a lot of money. I have 300K. I'm rich. I'm boat rich. Oh, that's interesting. I need to write this down. There's definitely a bug where when the station's de-warp. Thanks, Pure Spider. There's oh, I see what you mean. It's lit. I get it. There's definitely a bug, though. Scrivener will stop working after 21 days of the use unless you buy a license. I'm never buying a Scrivener license. I'm going to. I love the product, but I'm going to keep this demo going forever. Anyway, there's a bug in here, which is that. And I'm writing it down right now. Floors, objects on stations. Yeah, it's like WinRAR. It's like, because it's like, it keeps asking me. I own it on like 3 things. I've actually bought it on iPhone. It's called Scrivener. I love it for writing, but there's just something where I'm like, I don't want to buy it now because I don't have to. All I have to do is just keep saying continued debt trial. And I just don't want to go to a website and enter my credit card information. It's just, I don't want to. And if you're not going to make me, I will once you make me. But like, because I love the product, I think it's worth the money. I just don't want to. And it's like, it's just, I'll pay them eventually. They'll get my money by the end of the year. There's no rush. Right, I'm most likely going to give you money. Like, just relax. Probably, at least. Objects are refunded. I'm going to put like station objects are refunded, which is sort of funny. This is easy though. Just disable. Maybe not, but disable a refund or something like that. Some way. Dude, my computer's like freezing right now. Here we go. Or just Scrivener's freezing. You know what? I'm not going to give them money. I take it back. I changed my mind. Bug. Objects are station objects. Let's put like dungeon objects are refunded. Refunded. Bug. Dungeon objects are refunded when removed. It says put a blanket on if it's freezing. Literally, it's so funny. Okay. Random warp. Okay. We need to do an arcade, though. That's what we really need. Some sort of arcade type situation. Let's do... That's a free time. That's a smiley face. I'm going to try This is not the rotation key. Is that right to you? Does that look right to you? It's not, right? It's off slightly. This one, okay, this is a jukebox, isn't it? I'm placing the wrong thing the whole time. If you're a jukebox, do you think that this is exactly correct, or is it off? I think it's off. The Y is off by half of a unit. Now, is it half too big or half too small? Same here as well. It's the same direction in either case. So let's figure out what that is. And we can fix that really fast. So we got to do what? So it's red. The red one. We want to make the red one go this way. And I'm guessing it's half. So it's either going to be 10. Okay. So you need to go up by half. There's 10.5. Is that right? But what it needs to be is 10. It's 10.5, so it needs to go down by 0.5, which I think is here. See, controlled right there. And I think now if I export this and reload it, it'll be correct. So we'll see in a second. And then, this is the boring stuff that we gotta do sometimes. When you're setting up objects for the first time in grids and stuff, you're like, oh, is it positioned correctly? So that columns can use it. So I'm gonna spawn this. I just spawned the entire dungeon again. I can't stop myself. I can't stop myself. It doesn't matter what I do. Spawn room. It's so tiny. Can't see much, I know. But, you know, that's not the part that matters too much. Okay. I keep doing this. Jukebox now seems to be correct. This one as well seems to be correct. This seems to be the correct spot, but there's two more I need to do, and these are the rotations that are this way and this way. Now, my worry is that the position is going to be offset in a weird way because it's actually odd by even. Ugh. Dude, my arm's itchy. Oh, what's the deal there? Dude, debugging, I think that debugging is what makes a person a good programmer. I think that the actual programming isn't that hard. I think that, like, understanding how the software works, how your software works, and the architecture of it, and understanding when things go wrong, what most likely went wrong, I think is really good. A lot of people, when they start, they flail around. Like, when something goes wrong, they flail, and you're like, I don't know. You flail, like, what are you doing? Take a break. What are you doing? Why are you flailing around? Like, you know why it's, like, you have to know why it's not working for you to fix it. Somehow, it's some intuition. Yeah, other people's code, yeah, that's the real thing. Like, oh, God. Sometimes with other people's code, I'm like, I don't know if you're dumb or if I'm dumb. Like, can I not understand this? Or is it that, and then sometimes like their theory, like their sort of like their algorithm, like the idea they have makes sense. You're like, okay, I think I see what you're getting at, but it's you know, it's written terribly, but I can see what you're getting at. And then other times it's written well, and you're like, I think that, yeah, often it's my own code, right? But sometimes you're like, you're reading it and you're like, okay, this is written really well, but I feel like the idea is stupid, you know. But then sometimes you don't know. Like, you're like, okay, well, maybe I'm just misinterpreting it. And then you have to, it's like harder because you have to read their code and be like, okay, well, I think it's trying to do this, but I think it's not going to work because of the following. Yeah. And then also everyone always has, like, it's very easy to fall in a trap where, like, your code only works if you sort of know how it's supposed to work, kind of. Like, if you call, like, okay, if there's maybe 3 methods and you have to call them in the order A, B, C, and no one really knows that except you, and you didn't really, it seems obvious to you, but it's really not that obvious, you know? You might have a method called, like, reload gun, and then a method called fire gun. You're like, well, it's so obvious. You got to reload the gun before you can fire it. Duh. And it's like, well, it's not obvious. It's only obvious to you because you made it, you know? Yeah, I actually stopped looking at, like the history of things. I'm like, who the fuck broke this? Because I'm like, it wasn't productive. Usually it's just me. Usually I'm like, okay, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Because here's why I came to the conclusion, Pure Spider, that nobody breaks things on purpose. And if someone's on your team, they're not trying to break anything. So for you to be like, oh, I figured out it was you on May 18th. It's like, what's that helpful for? It doesn't even matter, you know? It helps because you're like, it can't be. Because you're trying, sometimes you're trying to get proof. You're like, listen to me. You have to listen to me because look at the examples. On May 18th, you broke some code. Therefore, you know, everything I say is better than what you say. It gets in this weird, it's a weird thing, you know, that you get into. Like, who was this? You know, it just doesn't matter. It's everyone's code. Just relax. But sometimes when people come in, you're like, why'd you do this? Obviously, it's that place. It's like the unsung part of software development, you know? But it's like, I want to know, like, why'd you write this terrible code? Like, did you know it was bad? Did you think, like, okay, I know it's not perfect, but I got other stuff to do? And if that's the case, that's totally fine. If you're like, well, listen, I know it's not the best, but, like, I mean, I had 1,000 tasks, and like this isn't that important. You're like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Doesn't matter. You're right. You're right. You're right. Doesn't matter that much. Ugh. But then often, it's not that. Usually, what it is the people they struggle to get things working, and then they finally get them working. They're like, okay, time for the next thing, and it's like, well, it's not all there is to it. You have to be able to convey your idea. You have to be able to communicate your idea effectively. I think in programming. And I think that that's difficult sometimes. I also think that a lot of programmers are people who don't go interact with a lot of people, unfortunately. And so they have bad skills at interacting, at communicating with people, especially being polite. I think that a lot of software developers are so caught up in being technically correct. And they seem to believe that being factually correct is a more important thing in life than not just being nice, but like, because nerds can be so factually correct to the point where it makes communication with them difficult. So it's not achieving the result that they are hoping it will. And also the people don't think they're smart, like they're hoping that they will. They just think that they're annoying, So that's hard too with developers. But the thing is, if you're not interested in people, you're probably interested in things. You're probably interested in systems. And so it's a tough thing. Like finding someone who's both good at programming and good at talking and communicating is probably difficult because they're just different things. But sometimes you can. But all programmers are fucking psychopaths, dude. Okay, now for this one, we need to do the exact opposite of this. So this is even by odd dimension object. We need to make an odd by even. It's because of some placement things. There could be other ways of doing this, but I'm going to do it this way. Because I want to. And this is easy. She's just going to flip everything. So that should be it, right? So that's it. That should be it. This position, though, let's make 0 is fine, actually. That's probably fine as well. Now for this, I want to place... Why is there 2 here? Who is that? Who's got that? I wish you could very easily see who's got it. Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Oh, I see. It's this. It's this guy. Because I just copied him, right? That's why he's doing that. Okay. All that devs do is create bugs on purpose to secure their own jobs. The customer actually said to me. Something that I realized recently is that most people aren't that smart, and that, or not what I mean. What I mean is that if someone's good at something, or if someone can do something you can do, it doesn't indicate anything about whether or not they're smarter than you, or whether or not their problem solving is good. It just means that they're able to figure it out. And I think that a lot of times with like devs, it's like software devs and stuff, people attribute malice, and it's like, it's not malice. It's just, we're doing our best. Like, we're not trying to make bugs. It's not that, we're people. Like, we're just, and yeah, I might have spent like all of 6th grade learning how to code because I couldn't figure out anything better to do. Now I'm good at it, but like, it doesn't mean that like, if the 2 of us came at something, it doesn't mean that I can problem solve faster than you necessarily. It just means, yeah, I know how to do that. I've done it so much, I can do it, But man, nerds though, especially, nerds just think that like being smart's important. It's like a valuable thing to them. Like they're like, okay, I have currency. My currency is that I'm smarter than you. And if you're smarter than the people, they'll know it. You don't have to tell them. If you think like, if I don't tell them, they won't know. I'm like, well, then you're probably not that smart if you have to brag about how smart you are. I know that's the thing too, Pure Spider. And a lot of times people, what they'll do is they'll criticize for no reason. Like they'll just they'll be like, why would they, like movies are a perfect example. They'll be like, how come they did this in this movie? And you're like, dude, this movie was written by so many people. They have all these different ideas. And also, what plot would you have? Let's say you have 2 main characters who are, going to rob a bank or something like that. And at some point you want it to go bad. And then, they're like, oh, it's so cheesy. Why would the cop just be there? And you're like, I don't know, but could you write a better thing for this? I don't know. It's like, yeah. I think with art especially, people think that it's something more than it is. I think that people have this idea that art is made by more than just people somehow. And it's like, dude, it's just made by people. Like, people are dumb. Like, it's just, the people who make art are the same people you went to elementary school with. It's the same people you went to middle school with, high school. It's the same people. They didn't become new people along the way. There's people who make things, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. And usually it's not malice. Usually they're trying to make something good, And often I think that people fixate on things that don't matter. Like, I used to play a lot of video games, and I used to think that everyone kind of would care about video games in a way that they really don't. Like Halo, I love talking about Halo Infinite, Like Halo Infinite, people, if you play games, you might think Halo Infinite's a bad game, but to the rest of the world, it was a success. Like, it sold copies and stuff. But if you're in that world, you think, like, it's so mad. So when you're in the world of watching TV shows, you're like, it's so unrealistic. Why would they do this? You're like, dude, just first of all, maybe it's not that unrealistic. You're inside all the time that you don't even know. And second, come up with something better. It's like it's not none of it's. By the way, guys, none of it's real. Like when people got mad at like when Disney bought Star Wars, like, oh no, the extended universe is no longer canon. I'm like, newsflash, it never happened. None of it's real. None of the Star Wars is real. Why are you getting mad about this? You can still watch your freaking. You can still read the books and pretend it's real. None of it's real, man. It's all make believe. But yeah, for niche hobbies, people forget that their world is not the whole world, and so they just think like, oh, so how could you like this? It's garbage. You're like, listen, if everyone likes it, it's not garbage. Like Big Bang Theory or something. Like, listen, you don't like the Big Bang Theory because you watch so much TV, you addict. But to people who don't watch a lot of TV, it's like it's pretty fun. It's pretty okay. They don't think about these things a lot. It's kind of fun, and okay, spawn room. Pure Spider says, I'm massively into wristwatches and keyboards. Big things in those worlds barely ever reach out to the bubble. You're not wrong. Me too, bro. Me too. Or girl. It doesn't matter what you are. I don't give a shit. You could be a dog. I don't care what you are. This is my keyboard. Ergodox Easy. I type in Dvorak as well. This is the things we do for fun. Also, I have I almost said a Seiko. That's Victor's name. What's I have a Seiko. I have one of the Seiko non-quartz ones. I have a Seiko quartz as well. Very cool. I like it. I don't actually set the time though on my thing, and Dvorak too. So that's pretty. Yeah, I'm pretty legit. So I don't set the time on my non-quartz wristwatch because it's like it loses it sometimes. So it's like jewelry to me. So whatever. Yeah, I got the Ergodox Easy. To be fair, I didn't want to have to solder it myself. If I'm being completely serious with you. Yeah. I think Seiko is like perfect for bang for buck. Yeah, I think it's they're very valuable brand. I think or something like that. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, that's why. By the way, Dvorak is why the keybinds in Starmancer are weird as hell because I don't know what they are. I know that for me, like it says like press B to open whatever, Q and E to rotate objects. Well, my Q and E is like Z and C or something. I don't even know. Like here's my QWERTY. If I can type somewhere that you can see, it doesn't matter. I type in Dvorak. I'm cooler than you because I type in Dvorak and you don't, and so you're lame. So I'm sorry, but sorry, not sorry. Anyway, QWE. But then I have the Ergodox Easy is great, right? Because what you can do is you can remap any key. So what I can do is I can very easily go into QWERTY like this. See? Oops. You can't see it, but QWERTY. So I can go into QWERTY, no problem. So you got a little button. Anyway. Ergodox Easy. Very cool. You can share your keyboard layouts. I'm a big fan. They have a new thing called the Moodlander that I think is pretty sexy, but it's smaller. I don't know if I like the layout as much. So whatever. Yeah. So. And then when other people buy keyboards, I get like mad at them. Like I'm like, why are you buying such a crappy keyboard, you know? Also, my mouse is a scroll ball. I like it's the M575. Yeah. The thing is, I didn't like the Moonlander as much. I liked it, but I just felt like I like all the buttons. I don't use all the side buttons on the Ergodox Easy, that they have them, and I like them. I use them for various things, like especially for programming. I think it's really great because I've got my thing. You know what I can do? This is what I love about the Ergodox so much. I can literally pull it up. I can pull up my keybinds. This matters more than whatever was happening. I don't even care. The stations, we design stations for. We care about stations. We're going to pull up the Ergodox Easy. But first, my keyboard cord fell. So it's behind my desk. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh no, it fell so far. Okay. Anyway, I love the Ergodox, dude, and it's great for anything, honestly. Like any use that you can have it. It's like you're not constrained anyway by the sort of the layout because you can do whatever you want. So I really like it. Let's see this. What do we got here? Yeah. If I press YouTube right now, where are we gonna go? I'm in Chrome, by the way. I said YouTube. I did not mean Chrome. There it is. See? This is my keyboard. There's me, Milishevsky, right? This might not be mine. I just typed in Ergodox. I figured I'd find it. Wow, look at this. Look at the green screen. Really just messing up right now. Green screen does not like this, does it? Oh my gosh. It does not like the white. It just can't do it. I'm going to move this over so you can't see how terrible it is. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, Ergodox Easy, very, very cool. So. What's QMK? What is that? Is that some sort of software that you use to I don't know what that is. Anyway, you can have as many layers as you want as well, and you can have key shifts to go to layers, so it's very cool. You can control your mouse and keyboard with it as well. You can use it to like change volume, that sort of thing. I'm not sure actually. Let's see what the firmware is. I figured it was for firmware somewhere, but I don't know. I don't specifically know what it has on it. But you flash it. That's what you do. There's a little button. You press it and you flash it. And I have this program that like Tiny or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what the like the specifics of it though. Where is my stuff? Oh, it must be on my old computer. I see. But anyway, I really like it because for me, especially with programming, I have like my braces set in weird spots and my parentheses set in a weird spot and any keyboard shortcut that you want. If a game or I think for me especially, it's like if software has like a keyboard shortcut that you can't change, you can just change it on your keyboard, kind of. So you can make your keyboard, trigger Control Shift O any way you want. So I really like that. So. Honestly, if QMK is the standard, then they probably do. I'm sure they didn't make their own thing. I can show you the file real quick. If I download this layout, what does it say? It is a hex file, but if I opened it, I wonder if it would have any interesting information in it. This doesn't matter that much, but it matters to me. It's like slightly exciting. I bet it's not plain text. I'm going to open it anyway with Notepad++ just to see what happens. Just to see. Nah, it's nothing usable in here. There's nothing usable in here at all. In plain text, at least. So, I don't know. I think it'd be really cool to solder my own keyboard, but like, again, it's kind of a lot of work. And it's just, the thing is, to me, the keyboard is really a tool, and I like having the best tool, for my purposes. But I'm not passionate about keyboards. I just think that, like, if you're going to use it all the time, you should care about it, I think that you should try to use something that's ergonomical. I think you should use something that's productive for you, that saves your time, makes your life easier, all that stuff. But I wouldn't say, like, I'm passionate about it. Let's check some keys. Look at all these keys. These are all my keys right here. More unused keys. So many of them. There's like 1,000 in there. I bet you want me to click it, but I won't. So I'll probably forget, and I probably will later on accident. Anyway, the great thing about physical flashing, right? It is old. Something is old. Like, I don't really want to. I'm 30, but like, I don't really want to. But the thing I love about physically flashing the keyboard is that you can take it with you anywhere you want, and you can plug it in, and it'll work just fine. You can plug it into like a PS4, right? And you could type with your layout, and it's really cool. So, and then you don't have to buy loud switches, but I do because I think that they're cooler. So I have some quiet switches, I have some loud switches. I don't know which one, but or not just a PS4. I mean, so if you do weird stuff like a Raspberry Pi, I tell you, it's a real pain in the butt when I'm like trying to type in the console window, Yeah, but when you're trying to type in like the command line somewhere and you're like plugging on the keyboard, you're like, I can't remember how to type QWERTY right now, and you gotta like look, and it's much more of a hassle than it needs to be, All right, I feel like my webcam is. I could get new lights. I just don't want to. Maybe I should wear like, what's the opposite of green? Like red. I should wear like bright red stuff on stream. Let's turn it off all the way. It's like there's just no green screen anymore. See all the shadows? The shadows mess with it. See my shadows? I think that if I raised. I could get another set of lights. I just don't want to. See how these shadows cast lights on the green screen? It's not good. It's not good for the thing. Yeah. So it's just like, but like, I don't know if anyone's ever set up green screens before. It's not that easy. It's just like, it's sort of a pain in the butt. Like, I don't know. But it's a good effect, so I like it. So let's do this. Let's do. You can see how it's a layer at the top as I go. See that? Because layer at the top. I need independent lights, but I just don't. Yeah, I feel like AI. Honestly, like if you use like TikToks, like background remover, you're like, this is so good. Like you're like, this is so amazing. How'd you even do this? Because I'm a boomer. I'm 30. The first time I saw it, someone do that, I was like, how did you do this? I literally thought like they were like I was like, oh my God, you're a nerd. Like, how'd you do it? Like, what are you talking about? It's just a thing. You press a button and it just filters you out. I'm like, well, that's impressive. You guys don't understand. You don't appreciate the technology you have at your disposal right now. That's probably okay. What if my chroma key is too? What if I make it really high? Can I just be like this? I'll just be like this. What's remove.bg? What if it's like a virus site? Oh, wow. Hmm. Can I do it in real time, though? How it does this? How does it identify things as being background or not background? Curious. Curious what that is. Yeah, like a ghost or something. I'm gonna be like really mess with this. Okay. Okay. I'm in the code, dude. I'm so sorry about this. I want to make a station. I just want to do this too. Okay. I'm gonna make myself a ghost. As ghost-like as I can. Ooh. Can this just be me? Can I be like some kind of person that's like, what are those people that like dress up as cartoon characters and then stream? I want to be one of those people, but I'm gonna be a white image. Okay. Okay, here's the thing, Pure Spider. There's gonna be people who pop into the stream have no idea what's going on, and we're just gonna go like normal now. So this is great. If you're asleep, are you listening? Da, da, da. Booty, boo, boo, boo. All right. It's perfect. I'm going to be like, why? Something wrong with my webcam? What do you mean? To people? It's going to be so funny. Okay. Okay, scene. I don't remember if I exported this. I literally can't remember at all. I'm just going to export it again. Now, I'm hoping this time that these two are going to be facing away from the wall. These jukeboxes. That is the goal, at least. So let's go over here. Here. Spawn room. This time I spawned the room for real, which is good. And they seem to be facing away from the wall, and they seem to be exactly where they're supposed to be. So that's good. Now we're going to paint the walls with, I can't get over this. I can't get over this webcam. I'm sorry. Okay, filters. Just turn it off. Turn it all off. I wonder how bright I could make these lights. Elgato Control Center. Is that what I need? But these are Elgato lights. I actually really like them, to be honest with you. More bright? Let me try something. If I move these to the left and the right slightly, I wonder what that's going to do. Does that even fix anything? Or is that just nothing? Is that nothing? All right, now let me change these lights. Joop. Same amount of shadows, see? That you're going to cast either way. I just have to move my light somewhere else, like off stream, you know? I just don't want to. If I make them yellow. Can make me yellow as possible. Huh. Green. I'm ready. Okay. What was this? What's it's probably like probably 0 or something. Is that right? Like 0? Probably 0. And this is the two defaults. Okay. I think I'm back. I think I did it. I think it's good. I also want to play new content now. Yeah, me too. The thing is, it's not ready yet. I mean, it's pretty ready, but it's like a hard thing where, like, if you come with ideas, it'd be great. We want a way where like people can play the content, who kind of want to sort of opt into it, where they understand it's it's new. Because the thing that sucks about being in early access is some people are like, oh, early access, I get it. And other people are like, why aren't your game? Why doesn't it work? So it's sort of hard. 50. Yeah, whatever. We have some extra branches and stuff too on Steam that you can opt into. Well, we have one extra branch, to be honest with you. And that might be the way going forward. I don't know, Maybe that's the move. Who knows? All right. Yeah, definitely. Like when we have one, it's called the earlier access on Steam, earlier access branch. And so it's just that certain types of content, like earlier access branch is really intended for finding bugs early, that sort of stuff. And then It would be good though if we could have a way where you could play just new content and be like, listen, we know it's buggy. You don't even like, you can tell us about the bugs, but we know it's there, sort of, and you can just play, and it's and just understanding that it's completely buggy. But it's hard the perception because most people like games aren't their lives. They just want to play a game. It works. If I can give you money, it probably works, and they want to give you money, and so it's like. Also, from a business perspective, it's hard because you want everyone playing your new content at the same time, because they'll be talking about it when it's the most fun, you know. If you can just play the new content, like if you could play it right now, when it finally launches, I don't think it'd be as exciting because you're like, well, I've already played it, so played it a bunch. It's just tough. That's all. This is why it's a tough thing. For me, I wish there was a way that like people could just play literally like just the state of the game right this second. Just be like, you just opt in. I don't care if you want to play what it looks like now. You can see it. And then if you want to wait for the release, That's on you. Like if you want to spoil it and play early and help, you can. And I just want there to be a way that's like, if you want to, it's no problem. You can consent to it, opt in. I don't care as long as you're aware that like what you're doing is early, absolutely early. It's not secretly. It's not the type where it's like it's early, but it's really not early. You know? Yeah. What's a Minecraft snapshot? I got into Minecraft, but never like the development of it. You know, like I play a lot, but I never like, I mostly play a lot in like 2010, right around the Halloween update. 2010, 11. That's when I play a lot, which is sort of not so old. But a snapshots are essentially early glimpses, and yeah, snapshots. Okay, room 8, arcade room. We need to make a new wall paint, which is, what's it called? It'll be quick. It'll be very quick to do this. Wood maybe? Would wood be a good one? I would love like nightly. Sometimes the earlier access, they're kind of weekly bills, but it's not automatic. It's in no way automatic whatsoever. Yeah, the thing is like I prefer just the extra branches on Steam. Wood. I prefer the extra branches because I feel like then it's like, okay, we have to buy the game or at least own the game. I can give you the copy, but you have to own it on Steam. That's you sort of have some control, and then you get it forever. I feel like to me the betas are more for if you need people to test, like in a bigger sense. But I feel like the betas on Steam, that specific thing on that Steam beta thing, I feel like it's more for, wanting a bunch of players to test new content. Whereas what I want is just something where the players can very easily, if they already own the game, they can just opt in and be like, hey, you want to play the new stuff, you can opt in. So we have that a little bit in game too. You can enable content preview, but like right now in game, if you in the options menu, if you choose enable content preview, then column 12 organs and the medical stuff will be available. But that's still not quite what what we want. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a tool. You're right. The Steam Beta, it's a tool. It just happens to have the name Steam Beta. It could be whatever. It could have any name. It could be called, Steam Exclusive Access or something, right? You could use it for any purpose you want. I've looked into it before, but it just seems like more of what it is for. You can use it for lots of things, but it seems more of what it's really intended for. It's just time-sensitive, time-limited periods. Where like, hey, you can play for 1 week, and if you have the code or not, and Steam's ever setting that up, but. And also, you can set up demos and stuff too, which maybe we could do that. That would, I don't know. Yeah, I thought about doing some sort of automated thing. I just don't know what the API is. I just have to find it. That's really the thing or something. I don't know where it is. So, what's 7D2D? I mean, I might know what it is. So I don't buy the acronym, but. Yeah, I'm not opposed because to me, I'm not like trying to like sell one. I'm just trying to I'm not trying to sell like one finished. Oh, 7 days. I got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Of course, what that is. But I'm not trying to use like one. I'm trying to make like just one. Like, oh, this is the Starmancer product, and you can't play till it's finished, till it's ready. I don't really care about that. To me, it's more like a living thing. So you can play whenever. Did I play 7 days? Not like forever ago. Like in 2010 or something. I feel like it was a long time ago. Maybe 11, 12, something like that. It was, and the graphics were the old graphic system. I remember my friend Nebil and Victor from Starmancer was playing it, and that's cool. But there was a period of time where my friends would like play like a bunch of weird games, like really weird that were popular with indie games, those type of games, And you're like, what is this? Man, I miss that. Those are good times. I think that the Minecraft era video game is one of my favorite eras, and maybe it's because I was about 18 when that happened. But man, I like that. Yeah. Yeah. I totally don't mind the ability for the players to opt in things. I would love that. The more ideas you can have, the more stuff, it's perfect. But it's literally, so Starmancer is made by literally the two of us. And so we're the ones who have to like figure that out and organize that and do all that stuff. We have Chucklefish to help, but like it's not. But they're busy. We're just one of their many games. They make their own games. They're marketing stuff. They're doing things. So they're. So that's what's tough, really, is like finding ways that we can sort of achieve our goals in ways that are practical without making our other goals take longer. And that's a really that's a human thing. It's not a game thing. It's just a person thing. It's a hard thing to do. Okay, what am I looking for? Wall paint. Wall. Let's do tech. Would be so fun, man. You guys can't see this, but if I can, no, I can't do it. There's no way you can see it. That's too bad. Ooh, the walls maybe. Again, I'm looking for arcade. Zen could be cool. Right. So with so a good thing about using existing infrastructure is that like here, the Unity thing for the station editor, I think we finished this. I made this whole thing this week. I think I started like Friday or Monday, something like that. And all we did was just use this existing top out thing from Unity, and then you just get the data. And actually, it's pretty fun. Let me do something. Let me show you because I think this would be maybe interesting for you. It's interesting for me. And so, but you know what this means? Pure Spider. We gotta go in the code. Okay. Anyway, it's pretty cool. So what it does is it gets all the tiles. That's a pretty straightforward thing. That doesn't really matter. And then it just adds the data. And what it does, it just goes through these tiles. Blah 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 blah. But to actually serialize it, right? All that it does is you take like a tile, like an agent. This thing is perfect. I love it so much. And Victor made it. It's like that's exactly what I want. Okay. Anyway, but it serializes the data. So in this case, it serializes it in, I don't know, this way, just dungeon object data apparently. It adds it somewhere. Here's some dungeon object data. Then later, and also it serializes it to a file. It uses protobuf. I don't know if you know what that is, protobuf, but anyway. And anyway, it serializes it, and then later it just executes whatever it happens to be. And there's lots of things to execute. So in this case, it executes this. It places a thing, right? So that's sort of how it works. So, or the wall paint, for example, right? So what it does is it's when it executes this, the wall paint, what it does is it waits 3 frames. It does that so other objects can get placed a little more flexible that way. And then it just looks for, hey, what's here at our position? Is there any wall sides? If they are, paint them, basically. That's essentially what it does. We actually use protobuf to save our games as well. So that's how our games are saved. There's 2 main ways that we serialize stuff. So we serialize one with XML, and you can edit that. And then the other one is just protobuf. Protobuf's obviously much faster, but it's not plain text, so much smaller. Yeah, it doesn't, like, that's the thing, you know what I mean? It's like, how many frames are you going to put? It's supposed to be 3? No, it could probably 1. But 1 was like, well, maybe 1's not enough. I'll just do 2. And then I'm like, oh, well, fuck it. I'll just do 3. 3 seems okay. 3 seems like it's the least prone to breaking, because the way it would break for real would be if maybe I add a frame delay somewhere else for placing walls or placing some other things, maybe some other logic. And so it's like, okay, no matter what, yeah, protobuf is very efficient. It's very fast. It's insanely fast. It's like, holy crap. I don't know how much Mark Gravel, or is it Gable? I'm not sure. But the creators Mark either Gravel or Gable. I don't know how much influence he has on it, and then how much is just based off of Google, Google's thing. See, this is what I love about that. People just don't know, like, all sorts of types of people exist, People like us exist. They're like, yeah, we love coding. We love the technology stuff. That to me is more of what Starmancer is, Starmancer is more of like some sort of, I don't know, fucking ballad to people like me or something. It's not really for the fucking casual bastards. Okay, but we need a wall paint, though. That's the real thing that we need, though. So we gotta go, yeah, get back there. Let's get back there. And let's do fancy, too. Okay. Paint type is what? Fancy? It's fancy. It's fancy. Yeah, and what I love, too, dude. Okay, check this out. You can serialize abstract things, which is great. When you serialize an abstract thing, all it does is it includes some sort of type definition when it serializes it. Not too big, and then it must instantiate it at runtime once it deserializes it. But very, very easy. Now, of course, it's going to have a bigger performance hit, so you can opt into it. Here's an example of why I love it so much. All I got to do is this, dynamic type, right? That's it. And so what that means, and this is some sort of interface, right? And then you can pass anything and serialize it, deserialize it. It's great, and you have a lot of options. It's really, really... Protobuf does anything, and if you have issues, honestly, if you have issues with Protobuf, it's probably you. Like, you are probably using it in a way that is not supposed to be used, and you're having issues, and it's not fair on Protobuf to get mad at that, in my opinion. So it also, like, is required, something I use sometimes. So a lot of times, like, so is required So protobuf will not serialize a variable if it has default if it has the default value for that data type. So for example, the default value for an integer is 0. So if you want something to be saved as 0, when it is in fact 0, you'd have to put is required equals true, because otherwise it won't. Because it's like, what's the point? When I deserialize, I'll just give the default value. I just won't do anything with it. But if you have objects, what do they call, like initialize or something? I literally just got logged out. That's so weird. I just got logged out of Restream, so I can't see chat right now for a second. So hang on. And it's back. Weird. It's back so fast. Who knows? But like if you have an issue with performance of saving in your game or something, it's probably not protobuf. It's probably something else. It's probably something you're doing that's like, okay, you don't need to be doing it the way you're doing it, or so, something like that. Usually. The hard thing though is when making games are an art form. It's like music, right? Games aren't like, you don't have to be a good programmer to make a good game at all. You don't have to be a good artist to make a good game. You don't have to do any of those things. A game is a different thing. You could be an amazing programmer and terrible at making games. You could be an amazing artist and you just can't figure it out. And so when you're browsing like game stuff, like I think of myself more as a programmer, but I'm trying to be more of a game developer. Like I like making games, but very passionate about programming or something. But anyway. But so when it comes to Unity stuff or game stuff, it's like there'll be things like protobuf, and people are like, I don't get it. And you're like, guy, you just gotta we can't figure out all your problems for you. So this is your job, is to like, if you're programmers, you gotta like figure this stuff out. Like, that's sort of how it goes. Okay, fancy. I think it's fancy, but it might not be fancy because there's two fancies. I'm just guess it's this one. That's probably fine if it's this one. I'm going to call you Wall Paint Fancy. My nose is so itchy right now. Dude, it's so itchy. Oh, God. Wall Paint Fancy. Must be because I'm aroused. Sorry. Okay. We're going to paint these dark on the outside. Victor has some, well, he doesn't have to, but I'm just using some sprites that already exist for labeling these. And then we're going to paint the inside. What color is that? Something fancy or something. I messed up. It doesn't matter. I'm going to delete it just for performance, but it doesn't matter. And we're going to save here just so it's serialized, or just so it saves prefab. And then we're going to export this. And we're going to re-import it. And then it should be good. So, build room. There. That looks pretty good. I have to recompile. That's what I have to do, unfortunately. By the way, the project's so big now that it takes a long time to recompile things. And something that sucks is the way everything in the game is made is it's some sort of like entity component system. So everything in the game has like some sort of components on it, and those components influence what it does, and then agents and components communicate with each other via events. Like this colonist, for example. See, here's a colonist, and then he has a series of things on him. So a colonist has, for example, inventory probably on their sleeve, though. So they have inventory of a capacity of 2, just for example. So whatever. I don't remember what I was trying to say about that. There's some bigger point that I was trying to say, and I don't remember what it was. And I just kept talking and hoping that I'd remember, and I never did. So, oh well. Oh well. Waiting. Oh yeah, that's my point was. Yeah, the project is very big, and part of the reason why it's twice as big as it needs to be is we have all these game objects that are set up in Unity, and then we essentially export them into XML, into a format that the game can understand, and then we run it. And so, but basically I have twice as many code files, like classes, as I need for the actual game. And I wonder if the next product I could separate them in a different DLL or something, so that way I don't have to recompile it, all of them all the time, and I bet that would save me a lot of time. Okay, let's spawn this room, which is called Arcade. And we're going to spawn it here. There is our beautiful arcade. The most beautiful. Oh, I see. We spawn the room individually. It doesn't do the connectors correctly like it's supposed to. It would also seem to be the case that this is the wrong rotation. But no, it's not. It was correct. I just did that for some reason. Right? I need wires, though. Also, is this the right type of paint? What is this wall paint? Does it still have Fog of War on it? Is that what's happening here? Is that what this is? Is this a Fog of War somewhere? Probably. It probably has Fog of War. So it's the wrong wall paint type. I can get this really fast though. I'm just gonna click on this wall side. Wall side is not here. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just me. Shouldn't you believe? Okay. That's if it's not fancy, then it's something else. It should be wood. But what is the wood panel type? If I was wood panels, what would I be? Panels? It's literally just called panels. Is this the right one? Paint wood. Why is it called panels? The world may never know. Victor likes to change these names of things. Sometimes. Like he likes to be like, oh, these names don't make sense. Let's make them different names. Wood panels. Okay. Okay, wood panels. If it's wood panels, it's wood panels. What are you going to do? Wall paint, wood panels. Wall paint, wood panels. Paint type, wood panels. Which is called panels, of course. Close. Here. Here. Go back here. Re-export it. I have to re-export it, right? And then come here. And then re-import it. And there it is. It's going to be a column right there. That's better. What happened here, though? That's strange. Did I put them in the wrong spot? See how all the external walls are also messed up? It would be funny if I did. They should all be in wall paints, though. It could just be some other reason it messes up, honestly, because I'm spawning in a strange way. I doubt this is messed up, is it? It'd be funny if it was. Funny in a bad way, not funny in a good way. That one should be fine, too. Could the position be bad? Maybe. Could it be that it's... Nah, probably not that. Okay. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to put the arcade in the spawner table. I'm going to see what it looks like. It should spawn. Let's do this. Let's give it a 10% chance to spawn, which means we need to take 10% from something else. We're going to take it from here. That's fine. And go. It'll have doors now, but it'll be a sterile door, which it shouldn't be. It needs to be a cat door. I think that's what we decided. It could be on the same spot, though. No, I don't think it should be on the next spot. I have to wait now. It's done. Oh, I see what happened here. Okay, that makes sense to me. Okay, that's my fault that happened. Okay. 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 I need to do this. This will fix it. Watch this. Ready? It's fixed. What's an object? I should make this something else, like a wall or something. I have to paint this wall when it's placed a foundation because later it checked if it's foundation to ensure that gets placed correctly. It could just have a priority instead. I don't like that necessarily though. I can make a new script. It's pretty simple. I think I'll do that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay. Looking for the arcade. Should be here somewhere. I mean, it might not be. There's a chance that it just doesn't get selected. Okay. It did not get selected, so I'll do it again. It's right there. Okay, I see it. So. Spawning entire dungeon. Spawning a dungeon. Want to see me scare Victor? Ready? Ah! Sorry, Victor.
Holy fuck.
You should watch.
My body like jolted back.
You should watch stream real quick. As I was like, I'm gonna scare Victor.
How did I not hear that?
Well, I said it like within Like, I know there's a delay of like 10 seconds or something, and
Oh
so
yeah.
I just
Oh
did
yeah.
it fast enough that you couldn't see it, you couldn't hear it, you know.
Oof.
All right, this one. Oh, there's a jukebox right there. See, there's that little room that I made. That beautiful little space. This says inaccessible. That's not good. What's inaccessible about it? Is it in the wrong spot, potentially? Looks like it's right, but it must not be, obviously. So, oopsies. This looks like it's the right spot. It must not be, though. Looks like the right spot to me. What do you mean it's inaccessible? Is there some other reason it's inaccessible? What do you mean unable to walk this object? What does that mean? What does that mean? Let me try something. Oh, they're gonna die. Here's what I'll do. How come I can't place in these wall sides? Is it a fog of war issue? Let me do this. Cheetah. Instant build. I can't delete them either. I think there's fog of war on this under this floor, dude. I think that's what it is, honestly. And I think that if I were to place him here, I bet that I can then do this. Oh, that's going to go to space. I don't want that necessarily. Don't go anywhere, bozos. You really shouldn't go anywhere. Stay in this room where there's oxygen. You might think. No way, Jose. Alright, this should keep them alive. I mean, might. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe they'll live. No, he knocked out. He's going to die, probably. Hey, you can drag people, though. Check this out. We're going to drag him. Oh, I can't. I'm a high enough level? Okay. Okay, fine. Now this, they shouldn't be able to use. It hasn't been constructed yet, but it could be a bug. It's the dimensions that are wrong. That's what it is. The dimensions of this object are wrong, I think. This is my guess. My guess is the dimensions are bad. I thought the dimensions were flipped, though. I didn't think I had to do it. Maybe I do. I didn't think I did. So it's this guy here. I'm guessing the dimensions are bad. The dimension 2 by 1, they're probably supposed to be 1 by 2 because it's been flipped, but I'm pretty sure it's covered somewhere, so hang on. Objects. Jukebox. Jukebox. They are, though. They should be flipped. But it's not. I wonder why. Oh, yeah. My bad. Right here, when it's serialized, what we're going to do is we're going to check. Again, this is why sometimes it's hard to do development streams because, like, I got to think, and then I'm like, oh no, dead air. That's what I think every time. I'm like, dead air, dead ass boy. So sorry. Let's do this. Let's do the position as well while we're here. Nope. Actually, let's do this. We'll see the old dimensions, and then we also want to see the new dimensions. Want to make sure they're correct. And then while we're here, screw it, let's get the rotation as well. My guess is the dimensions should be 1 by 2, and so they're 2 by 1. Which is weird. This should be 2 by 1. I think that what I just debugged was unnecessary. I think that it's a flailing type situation, honestly. Okay. Jukebox hero, driving me crazy. See, it's 2 by 1. It should be 1 by 2. That's weird that happens. Why does that happen like that? It should be 1 by 2. It should be flipped, but it's not. Interesting. I see. I forgot to open or close the code. That's okay. Dimensions equals flip dimensions. And the rotation's 90. Did work. The caller must provide a simplified angle. That's what it says. Well, you can screw off with your simplified angle bullshit. Okay. Dude, I'm gonna have to do something soon. Oh, Victor, I'm still unmuted. I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't realize. So, Victor, I'm thinking I could get high and play V Rising. How late are you gonna be up? Victor, you should show me your new place, dude. You should webcam it up, dude.
Yeah.
Do you have a webcam?
I have on my laptop.
Do you want to show stream or not? You don't have to show stream. You show me. You show me later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Victor moved to a new place today. It's very exciting. Well, yesterday. It's like very recent. Very recent. Brand new place for him. Yeah. Anyway, I'm thinking, here's my plan. My plan is, if this sounds cool for you, we'll stop streaming soonish. I'm going to go to the dispensary. I'm going to buy 1/8 of marijuana. I'm going to come back. I'm going to make a gigantic joint. I'm going to smoke said joint. Then I'm going to play the vampire game for several hours. That's my plan.
Yeah, okay.
So that sounds good with you. That's my plan. That's my Friday. It's going to be Fun Friday. I always try to do Fun Friday as a way to get threesomes with girls, and it never works out. So instead, I've been doing Faggot Friday, and I've been making out with guys.
Nice.
If I own a club, that's what we should call it, you know? We'll do Fag Fridays, but you smoke cigarettes instead, you know? Like, we're, like, just trying to be offensive, but, like, we're obviously trying to be offensive, but we're trying to, like, lure you, where you're like, well, technically we're not being offensive, actually, because it's a cigarette day, you know? And everyone there is British, you know?
Yeah.
That's funny to me, is, like, where you're, like, when you're obviously trying to, like, I'm a prankster, you know what I mean? I just want to prank people. You want to prank them into thinking you're offensive. You're like, well, technically, you need to check your biases. Because we were talking about cigarettes. What did you think, you know?
Yeah.
What did you think Fun Friday meant? Not that. Could do Fudge Friday if you're an ice cream place, you know? You could do Friend Friday if you're not a loser. Fago Friday if you're from the Midwest and like Moon Mist. By the way, that joke would... I said Fago Friday if you're from the Midwest and you like Moon Mist.
What?
You don't know what Moon Mist is, dude? Let me tell you about room temperature Moon Mist. Let me tell you something about having a dad who grew up through the Depression that I think whose parents didn't give him enough love, is he would buy everything in bulk. So we would just have so many Moon Mist. We would have so many cans of corn in the basement, so many green beans, you know.
What is Moon Mist?
Moon Mist is Mountain Dew. It's just an off-brand Mountain Dew.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
green. It's even
Like
green.
moonshine or something, but
Nah, it's Moon
weirder.
Mist, bro. I don't. What are you're disparaging this right now. This is my childhood right now. This is my culture, and for you to disrespect it like that is disgusting. It's disgusting. No, Victor, it's quite frankly disgusting. You're behaving in a disgusting. I can only take it serious for so long, and then like it starts to like defeat me.
But it's
I'm
called Moon
yeah.
Mist. Like, how can you not?
Think of moonshine? What do you mean,
Yeah.
Victor? How can I not think of moonshine? I'm not an alcoholic like you. You know, guys, Victor has a real problem. His liver is destroyed. Is it the liver that gets destroyed from drinking? Which one of your organs is destroyed against your liver, right? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. He has yellow skin. His eyes look like a cat's eyes. They're so yellow.
Yeah.
He had to wear bigger shoes because of all that pressure. I'm just kidding. That happened to my aunt, though, and she died at like 35.
Oh.
Yeah. Dude, I kind of think that the problem with drinking too much is that they're just drinking all day long. Like the real alcoholics, you know? People who die young.
Yeah.
Like they're drinking all day. You said your dad used to drink a lot. Did he drink all day?
Yeah.
Like my
Oh.
mom would drink like beer all day. And real talk,
Yeah,
now she
yeah,
has
beer.
diabetes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, don't really care that much, to be honest. Kind of, you know, but
No.
but not liquor. Whereas and so I think that she didn't. I don't think my mom drinks enough to die from alcohol because she would just drink beer.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think that people who drink like a lot of liquor, I mean, even beer probably too, is going to get you long term. But it's just,
Like some kind of like constant
yeah. I think
state
that
of being like
I think
slightly
it's
drunk
easy to forget that alcohol
all
is
the time.
poison. Like it's not natural. It's not good
Yeah,
for your
yeah,
body. Like
yeah.
ultimately, at some point, your body needs to clean up the mess that you've been making. At some point, because you
Yeah.
keep making a mess of alcohol, and I feel like if you're always drinking, your body never has a chance to like
Oh
recuperate.
yeah, yeah,
It just never. It can never heal, and so you're just
yeah.
gonna die because it's all it's doing. I think that's a real problem. I don't think, like, I think that if you took the same volume of alcohol and drank it throughout the week versus drank it on a Friday night, I think the person who drinks on Friday night is probably going to live longer
Hmm.
and have more
It's gonna
fun, probably.
yeah. Yeah.
That's just my guess. That's just a complete guess. It's the same amount of stuff, but it's like you get 6 days off to like heal, you know. But you're giving it a really big,
What
obviously.
if there's like a threshold for when damage is caused?
Oh, of course there might be. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't know the specific. This is just an
So
idea. This is
if
just
a
a high
person
level
drinks
idea I
like
have.
an entire week's worth of alcohol in a day, he reaches that threshold where the body can't like handle it.
Well,
Like
right,
maybe
right.
the
Just
body
kills you.
can
Of
actually.
course. Yeah, of course, of course. And you could have, and let's just go even longer, right? Let's just say like if you took like a month worth of alcohol in one day, you die, right? Sure, of course. Duh.
Yeah.
But I still feel like if you did drink a month worth of alcohol and it was a livable amount, you wouldn't need to die and stuff like that. Probably you would be healthier 2 weeks later, like than someone who's been drinking a little bit, every day for 2 weeks. That's just my guess.
Well, the thing, anything can be, bad for you in like large amounts at the same time. Because
Right. So
the
we're,
liver
we're,
doesn't have
right, but
time
we're here
to
trying to discuss
get rid
is
of it.
like, yeah, my motivation is like, okay, well, how can you drink but not die? It's like, how can you,
Yeah.
Because alcohol is not all the way bad. The real problem is it's just a little bit bad. I think that people aren't aware enough of like. I think people think it doesn't matter. They just drink and they're like, who gives a shit? Because usually why they're drinking is because like I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Right? Who cares? But, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I keep thinking that like there are all these people and they want some kind of like outlet when they're feeling like anxious or stressed out or. But there's like I don't think alcohol is like a good choice, and it would be better if cannabis was legalized here.
Let's get that marijuana, baby. Let's hit him with
Yeah.
it. Yeah, because I think that the worst case, if you smoke too much marijuana, it's not that big of a deal. Like you might be not as functional in the real world if you're super high a lot or whatever.
Yeah.
But it just seems like the effects of that seem to be much less than the effects from drinking too much alcohol.
Yeah.
In terms of what's, and when people say things like, well, they're both bad for you, it's like, yeah, but it's a matter of degree of which one is bad for you, which one's worse for you. It's not, they're not, yes, abstractly you can say they're both not natural. They both can lead to bad things, of course. But it's, to say they're the same, it's like, that's a little bit silly, Because people will do that with like any illegal drug, where like they'd be like, well, people always hate on crack cocaine. It's like, but alcohol kills more people. It's like, well, more people drink alcohol, dude, first of all. Like, far more people drink alcohol, so of course more people are going to die from it, okay? And if your argument is that, like, alcohol is bad, therefore you should let other bad things happen, that's not going to convince anybody. Instead, your argument should be like, listen, it's pretty good, or it's like, in terms of other things, in terms of its relative risk, it's
Yeah.
it's pretty safe. Like, if you compare it to, like, I don't know, you
Like
compare it to something
smoking
like
a cigarette versus smoking a weed.
right, but I don't think cigarettes should be legal either. So if your argument is that if cigarettes are legal, therefore, for me personally, if you say, well, it's better than cigarettes, like, well, I don't think cigarettes are great either.
Vape is like way better than cigarettes.
Yeah. Yeah, people are like, well, vaping is still unhealthy for you. I'm like, yeah, but it's got to be better. It's like if people have this tendency where if something new comes out, they are so quick to point out how stupid the idea is, how stupid you are for doing it. You're so stupid if you smoke vape pens. They're not even good for you. You know that, right? You know they're not even good for you. You know that, right? You know those tests. They give you cancer still. That's what people say. You'd be like, what's happening right now? This wasn't about cancer. It's about the nasty smell of cigarettes, you weirdo. And all the other stuff that goes with cigarettes. It's like, I mean, people are doing it for more. Oh, also, by the way, recently Sarah went to this Muslim wedding, and I realized that when people criticize Muslim women for wearing, like, hijabs and stuff, they're really missing the point. Like, I think that the hijab is not the main way or really a big way in which Muslim women necessarily feel oppressed. Because to them, it's more like just wanting to. It's like protecting a beautiful flower, a beautiful treasure. You know, like you're a desert person, like a Fremen or something from Dune. You know, and you have to protect the beauty because if people can see what valuable things you have, they're going to take it away. You know, they're going to steal it. And so to make yourself not a target, when you're in public, you hide. Your valuable things. You hide
Like,
your beauty. And then when you're alone, you're completely free and you can just have fun and be yourself. For the most part. For the most part. It's like, but then when people be like, you're so, why are you wearing the hijab? You're so like, you're being so victimized by wearing it. And it's like, well, are you though? Because we all have things that we would feel, they're all parts of our bodies that we feel uncomfortable if strangers see, and they're all pretty arbitrary.
yeah.
So I'm just saying they're not necessarily being, like, is it so bad that you only want your family to see how beautiful you are? Is that really so terrible? I mean, it's like on its own, it's not like, it's only terrible if you don't want to wear it and you have to wear it, I think is the real thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's like a huge cultural pressure where you have
Right.
to wear it, and
But like,
when there's like a backlash if you don't do it.
but that on its own isn't inherently bad. There's a huge cultural pressure for us to wear, like, pants. Like, because you could go out in underwear or short shorts, let's say, right? Which would be legal. Like, you could do it, but there's still a huge culture pressure. And you say, well, don't do that. We don't care how much you love showing off your thighs. We don't want to see them. And isn't a similar argument like we don't care how beautiful your face is? We don't want to have to see it,
Well,
I'm just saying that there's a
there's
similar.
of course like a scale
Of course.
where at some point
Well, yeah, but like,
draw a line.
what is it to be reasonable and unreasonable? Who is the thing? Like, if you never show off, if you never get to see like most of a woman's body, then all of a woman's body is probably very exciting for you. Or more exciting. It's all the secret places. I'm just saying, it's like, it's not like the idea that it's all bad. It's not all bad. And I think that when people say like, you're being so victimized behind with a hijab, they're like, what do you mean? Huh?
Cover yourself up.
What's that?
What if you're not even good looking? Do you still have to cover yourself up?
Oh, right. Well, that way you can still have value beyond your ugliness. They don't have to know how ugly you are when they marry you. It's perfect. It's a win-win. If you're an ugly woman, it's perfect. Wear the hijab. Ugly women should wear hijabs. It's better for everybody. I want to pretend that I'm banging a hot woman. I can pretend I'm banging anybody. I was a really big fan of those little scavenger people from Star Wars, the little dudes that would ride the giant box death machine. I think they should look more like that, and you don't know what they look like, but you can pretend they're beautiful, beautiful little small person.
Weird.
Yeah. So if you're ugly, you should probably wear a hijab. There's also an argument that if you're beautiful, it makes other people feel bad, so we should all wear hijabs. But when people attack the hijab, though, they often want to be like, "You're so oppressed." And you're like, I think that's the wrong angle. It's like I don't think the hijab on its own is just part of their culture. That they're like, okay, well, listen, we don't feel comfortable showing off all of our stuff, so let's not do it.
Yeah, but why is it only women then shouldn't?
Oh, right. Well, the men don't. Well, I guess I don't want to. I don't know enough about any specific culture to say what the men do or don't do. But the reality is that someone has to go out in the world and find food and interact with strangers. That's of course someone has to. So you tend to send the exposable people. I mean, these are desert people, Well, culturally at least, like where the traditions come from a very harsh place, We have to go outside, and you really shouldn't trust strangers too much. And you shouldn't share too much about your private details because you don't know what they're going to take from you, Yeah. And then you hide where your stuff is. You hide but then you ever go to a Muslim wedding? They're crazy. They're so fun.
I mean, right now we're living like in a modern world where no one's gonna steal you if they see your wife's face.
Oh, I see what you mean.
No one's gonna steal you.
Right. Right. Yeah. But you could just definitely imagine that like the hijab wasn't necessarily invented to put women down. It was more of just like, oh, this is going to protect you. Men might rape you if they see you. Like men might kidnap you. That's all I mean. It's like, it's okay. Well, I could see why that is. And also, like, I have a daughter, and if my daughter wanted to walk around when she's older, at least, like let's say naked or something, I'd be like, you shouldn't do that because, yeah, you might just have fun with it, but there's a lot of men out there that aren't going to view you as a free spirit. They're going to view you as I'm horny and I want to have sex with you. And that's a tough thing too. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ideally, there wouldn't be like a world where.
Of course, yes, of course. Ideally, right. Ideally, you could walk around, right, completely naked, just doing the most insane things possible. Doing the most provocative bend over positions in the grocery store, right? And nothing bad would happen to you, right? But
because, if you walked around naked, like you wouldn't really have to worry.
Right, nothing bad would happen to me. Yeah, there's a funny thing in like girls will always like girlfriends will always try to like dress up so like the men will want to have sex with them, like they're like, I'll wear a nice thing, I'll look pretty and stuff like that. And men don't have to do that because men don't have to. Because if we want to have sex with you, if you're in a relationship, we can just have sex with you. Like we don't have to trick you. We can just be like, I want to have sex now. They'd be like, okay. Like we can make them. I mean, like we're bigger. We can like, but so I think that men will never understand what it's like, or it's harder. It's harder for a man, I think, to understand what it's like to be, to like be physical, like to be like visually wanted. You know, to be so beautiful, like people just want you. But girls care about that a lot because it's one of their main ways of attracting a mate is by being, so pretty. So
Yeah, man, men should be more like peacocks,
I think so too. Yeah, and women like men that are like that's why women go for flamboyant men. That's why women go for men who are fun and can dance, all that sort of stuff. That's peacocking, baby. That's showing. Look how good of a dance. Look how confident. I'm such a good. And so men need to peacock as well. Absolutely, they absolutely do. And the thing is too, like it is better to be beautiful. It's better to be beautiful than ugly. You can say use whatever definitions you want for pretty or ugly. But I don't think it's a bad thing that a woman wants to look good to attract a mate. I think that's fine that you want to be your best. I think that's great,
when it's like leans so heavily like on one gender to like the good-looking
Yeah, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how much it's actually on one gender because women want men who look good too. It's more like the men have just convinced themselves it doesn't matter. What's up?
Have you ever worn makeup? Or like
for fun, not like I've had people put makeup on me like within the last year, like recent, of course, and you look way prettier. But men don't really. Maybe I look slightly pretty makeup and stuff like that. I'm sure I looked right. But there are ways you can look pretty that aren't makeup that all men do. Like we shower, or many men we shower. You might trim your beard. You get your hair cut. We all do things to make ourselves look prettier. You might wear nice clothes. That makes you prettier. It's not real. It's not your real naked self, but it's like an accessory.
There's like an entire like beauty industry focused on
Oh yeah, of course women. Of course women care much more about looking beautiful, and women tend to be much more beautiful. Of course, yeah. But what I mean is that trying to look beautiful isn't bad. Like a person who is beautiful and smart and athletic, if they're all the things, that's great. They wouldn't be better if they were uglier. Like you should try to be all the things if you can. Try to be as good of a person as you can be. But recognize that
there's like such a heavy like bias towards
Of course, but it's missing the point if you think that being ugly on its own is bad. The thing is that the issue is when you conflate prettiness with other value, right? So your pretty value is highest if you're pretty, but you can be smart and ugly. You can be funny and ugly. You can be a great person and ugly. You can be nice and ugly, right? So those are all. So pretty is just pretty. That's all. It's just one thing, right? It's just one thing, and I think that some people fixate on it too much, and then they don't improve themselves as people. But men do the same thing with like weightlifting, Men just try to get big. They think like if I'm big enough, everyone will like me, and then they'll see some scrawny dude like, why do chicks like him? He's so tiny. You're like, that's not the point, you idiot. You're missing it. Like, it's not just about being. It's not just about being strong. It's about being fun and how you make them feel. It's all these things together. You can't just do one thing and think you're a complete person that everyone's going to like you, because some might. But in general, if you focus on just one thing, it's like, well, you can't just focus on one thing. Anyway, that's how I view beauty as well. It's like, well, listen, it's good to be beautiful. It's not the only thing, but it's like definitely it's better to be beautiful than not be beautiful. It's better to be smart than not smart. It's better to be strong than weak. It's better to be all these things are of course. But it's not good to, focus only on beauty. It's not good to focus only on some one thing, It's not good to focus only on intellect, though, either. A lot of nerds do that. They focus only on intelligence. They focus only on knowing things. And they've missed everything. They miss life. It's like, hey, newsflash, dude, you're going to die. You know that, right? We're all going to die. It's all made up. What are you doing? Have fun, man. It's all subjective. The only thing that's real in life is subjective. Isn't that interesting? It's not even real. It's made up. But the only thing that's real in our life is our subjective experiences. Ugh.
Yeah, that was like a rapid fire of like a lot of like controversial topics.
Oh, it's just real life, baby doll.
Yeah.
But it's not controversial, though. The things I'm saying aren't people might get hot about them, but the thing I'm saying isn't controversial. It's not no disrespect from it. It's just rational. It's like, listen, it is okay to be. Listen, if you're fat, that's not good. Like, it's not good to be fat. It's not. Like, you can still be a great person and be fat. You can be good in spite of being fat, or you can be good and also be fat. But on its own, it's not good to be. Oh, I'm gonna say overweight is what I mean by that, like overweight or something like that. Of course, it's not good. It's better if you're not. But it's like if you are, it's like you still have value. You can still have value as a person, you know. But you're fat. You can't be like, oh, no, you know. And you don't have to say something. Just like if someone's ugly, you don't have to remind them. You don't have to remind. You don't have to say, "Hey, you're a fat ass." You know what I mean? You don't have to remind them that like they're. Just like if they're ugly, you don't have to be like, "You're so ugly, but I still like you." You don't have to say that. That's mean. And like someone can be a great girlfriend and be ugly as hell, or a great boyfriend and be the ugliest man imaginable. Of course.
Emphasis on those things because it's the first thing that you see when you.
Yeah, of course. Yes, and that matters though. Like it is. It's not good to tell someone that beauty doesn't matter because it does matter a little. It doesn't not matter. What do you mean? Of course it matters some, you know? Like you can be the Hunchback of Notre Dame and people can still like you, but it's, you know, you have to recognize that if you're ugly, your first impression is going to be negative. That's the reality. And if you're a beautiful person, people's first impression with you is going to be they want to be around you. And that's going to change how you control it too. Or how you live your life.
You can also have like charisma and sort of like a way about you that it makes people feel at ease, you know? So it doesn't really matter how you look. I mean, unless you look like extremely like off-putting, then yeah, then the first experience would be negative.
Right. Yeah. But again, yes, you're right. Beauty is not all of the things, but I'm saying also none of the factors that we find attractive are all of the things necessarily. Like being smart is not all of the thing. Or knowing, no, I would say like knowing facts. I think being smart is almost like this, a quality. It's like height almost. And I think that's really what it is about knowing facts. And so a lot of smart people, what they really do is they know a lot of facts. They know a lot of ideas. They spend a lot of times categorizing things and thinking about things. They have a good understanding for how stuff, you know, abstractly works, you know. And for sure you can measure that. It's you know, but it's not all the things, you know? Like, what about bravery, right? Where does bravery fit in? You can be ugly and brave. You can be smart and a coward, you know? Bravery is an attractive quality, a good quality to have, too, you know? I'm a saying example.
Bravery, you know, isn't more like confidence.
No, it's not confidence. No, bravery is not just confidence because confidence is like is the belief that you can do it, something like that, you know? It's like, no, I'm confident, like people will like me. I'll be able to make the shot, whatever. Bravery is something like, I'm nervous about whether or not I can like make this basketball shot, but I'm going to do the best I can, even if I'm scared or, you know, something like that, you know, it's something like that at least. So that's a different quality than just being confident, you know, like being brave is like being, and again, it's going to tie a little bit with confidence. I think that confident people are going to tend to be brave and stuff, but I don't think it's exactly the same thing. So, like, if you're in front of a girl that you're trying to impress or whatever, but in my case, it'd be a girl I'm trying to impress. If you do something that's brand new to you, that you might embarrass yourself doing, that's brave, I would say. It could, of course, also be a little stupid, you know, depending on what it is.
Is it like brave if you're not afraid to do it?
I don't know.
That's like the weird part.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know. Because I think that there's parts of it that you are afraid of. You're like, it's not a big deal. So is that brave? Like, if you're really brave, you're going to be not afraid of it because you're so brave, you know? And also stupidity is part of it, too. But
yeah, which is also a weird part.
Right. Of being
because
brave,
you might not realize, like, the risks.
But then that's when that's like a first impression. You'd be like, oh my God, this guy's so brave. Then later you're like, no, he's just stupid. Okay, he's not they're not attractive anymore. They're stupid. But I thought they were so brave at first, you know? Doing crazy things. Yeah. Like, there's something attractive about like Steve Irwin.
Of a bunch of qualities.
But like Steve Irwin, the way that he, you know, wrangles alligators, that's it's so brave. You're like, oh my God, that's crazy. He can die. Like, oh my God, that's so hot, you know? And he's not stupid. That's why it's attractive. You're like, oh my gosh, like you don't care about. It's like when the Ukrainian president, Zelensky, refused to leave the country. There's something sexy about that. You're like, oh my God, he's so brave, you know? Like, he could die. Like, oh my gosh, you know? Like, it's when you care about something more than yourself. It's something about that's very attractive to people.
I mean, I think he's like a big factor helping like rally the Ukraine.
Like morale, you mean?
Army. Yeah.
Right. Where it's like, listen, the leaders, like, I think that if your leader is willing to do what you do, then you're much more likely to follow them anywhere. We're like, okay, listen, I'm in the same shit as you're doing. I'm taking the same risks you're taking, you know? I'm not asking you to do anything that I'm not doing. We're all going to do it, and I need help doing it. And I'm doing it, you're doing it. I just need help doing it. That's the way a leader should be if they can be, you know? Yeah. it's when they ask you to do stuff that they're not doing. You're like, what am I doing this for? Why am I dying for this country if you're not even, you know what I mean? But when you have this idea, I think as a group, like, we're the Ukrainians and we can do this, you know. But again, they were one of the most corrupt countries in Europe, so before. Both things can be true. They can be attacked by Russia, but also be, you know.
Yeah.
So things. Okay, now this is bad. But why? But why is it bad? That's the real question. Flip vector, absolute XZ. I'll look code real quick. Library, assets, something. I need utility.cs. It's a code file. I'll get you there in a second. Oh, you can't see. I'm in an Explorer window right now. Very exciting. First of all, utility.cs, you're a fucking liar because I know you exist, you little liar. Oh, I was in the wrong directory. Okay. Notepad. We're kind of going into code, but not the same way we normally do, but we're still going to do it. We're still doing this. I'm looking for absolute. ZYX. ZYX. Could it be some other thing that's... I told you I got them keys. Could it be some other thing, though? Maybe. 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 Here's what we're going to do. We're only going to debug this if it's 270, first of all. So this is going to complain slightly, by the way. Let me do two. I'm going to do them back to back. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do something else with the absolute. Oh, I see what's happening here. And we're going to do this. We're going to do 2, 1, 1. And we're going to flip it 90 degrees. We're going to see the same thing repeated many, many times. And we're going to flip them all the ways and see what's happening here. And we should see the correct behavior, I hope, which should be 2, 1, 1. 1, 1, 2. 2, 1, 1. 1, 1, 2. That's what we should see. So hopefully we do. So if we don't, well, oh well. All right. So when I start this vampire game, what do you like? How do you start the game?
What do you mean, like how you start?
Like, what do you do in the game? Like, I'm gonna launch it. Like, you know, get me in the mental headspace. Get me ready for my first match, basically. You know.
Are we gonna play like PvP or?
Oh, I don't know. It's just, I don't know much about the game. You gotta like figure it all out. You know.
Because I've never played PvP, but I imagine it being quite different. Like way more stressful. But basically, you start and you go around and gather materials. Like the first sort of part of the game, you're sort of following these quests, and the quests like unlock more like building parts and stuff like that. Which is sort of like a tutorial, but it goes on for a while. But the quickest way to progress is killing these bosses, and each boss gives you like an ability and unlocks new stuff that you can build. And then you use that to craft new gear. And then you kill like the bigger bosses or the higher level bosses, and use that stuff to get even better gear, and so on and so on.
I just want to build a dope base.
Yeah.
How does PvP work with bases? Can you attack other people's bases?
There's like a hardcore PvP mode, and there's like a regular PvP mode. Because you have like your castle heart, and as long as it's supplied with blood, it somehow protects like the base. But I think people can still blow it up using explosions. have to use a lot or something. Definitely, if you run out of blood for your base, anyone can just take it over. And I think if you play like the hardcore setting, then they can also destroy like your castle. And they can also loot your corpse and stuff like that.
That's very cool.
Yeah. But it's weird because if you join a server, there's already gonna be like very high level vampires on the server.
That's all right. Well, sometimes this is sort of the way it goes. I think that what are you gonna do? You know, what can you do? But I think it's fun to be in a real world where people can attack. I think there's something fun about that DayZ style. You go in the wilderness, someone could shoot you in the face. I think there's something fun about that. It's something real about that. That's how humans develop, man. Is we had little tribes and we go out in the jungle, and sometimes there'd be other jungle people there, and you'd be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Sometimes they'd kill you. Sometimes they'd follow you back home, and they'd kill all your people, and probably. But sometimes they didn't. I feel like that's part of the fun of being a human experience, is that thrill, that risk of meeting new people, of that. You know, when you met someone in DayZ, there was a certain like, it wasn't fear. It was something else. It was like
yeah, but
you
in
were.
that case, it's like an even playing field.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't know what you mean all the way, right? But I haven't played the game,
Yeah,
so I don't know
because
how unfair it would be. But there's still something. You
yeah.
see a monster, you're like, oh shit, I have to hide from that monster. You know, I think there's something fun about that. But if it's like a way you can't hide from it, or then it's kind of like, okay, this isn't fun anymore.
Or
Like
there might
world
be some kind of
PvP and WoW.
scaling
You
in
know,
PvP.
what's that? Oh, there
There's
could
some
be.
kind of, because there's some kind of like boss scaling if someone joins in like a boss fight. I think it scales.
It's hard to scale people though,
Yeah.
because they don't like it. You know, they're like, hey, how come I'm like this now? You know.
Yeah. But otherwise, like a high level vampire could just go like one shot
Right.
all the new spawns. And the game is sort of linear in like the areas you go through. And there are certain bosses that they're in specific places and you have to kill them. So if someone is like camping that place and killing everyone, then you can't even progress. So I'm not actually sure like how. It's also weird because then you have like competition when you're fighting bosses. Because someone could come in and kill you and then take the boss.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm make a new tile for the walls while Victor was talking. I was going to write the script real quick. It's pretty fast. What we're going to do is we're going to call this a wall tile. This is going to change the file name that gets generated as. This is no big deal. Just the default. We're going to have to erase it. So here. And then we're going to serialize this. Pretty straightforward. We just need the wall agent. Shouldn't even need dimensions, right? And then we'll serialize it as this. Serialize it as that. Just doing the same thing again. Except we're going to have to make wall object data, unfortunately. That's going to be just like dungeon object data, almost exactly, to be honest with you. It needs a position. It does not need a rotation. Also, here, I no longer need this. So I could undo that, but I'm just not going to do it that way. And then let's just do this as well. So, and this is all sort of fine. But this needs to change to wall object data. And it's going to be implemented almost the exact same. I'm not a big fan of copy and pasting the code the way I just did, but sometimes kind of have to. And so, no big deal there. This is what I need. I don't need this other stuff. Now, I need to have a default constructor for proto-buff deserialization purposes, by the way, because at some point it's going to create a new thing by create equals new, right? And it can't if it doesn't have a default constructor. So we can get rid of this, we can get rid of that, we can get rid of these two things. We don't need these anymore. Now this here is going to be, it's a wall, it's always the same. The rotation is going to be 0, it's always the same. We don't need to pass those values in like that. So it looks like that, but there's one more thing, which is here. Now I kind of want the agent, so let's do that. Let's just return the agent. I see. This is on me. I already give them the new agency. So let's do this instead. I don't like calling it this. Let's call it new agent instead. And we're going to pass in new agent. See, I don't need to return the agent because I'm the one who passed it in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, I still kind of want to, though. I'm going to do this instead, though. I might need to get all the wall sides. I might have to get all the wall sides when I do this, unfortunately. So, we'll see in a second. I want this to return true if it fails. It literally can't, though, can it? It always does it, so I'm not even going to do that. I was going to do this, but I don't need to. It always returns true anyway. I thought it would check for null or something like that, but it doesn't do any of that stuff. So, I don't know if this will paint all the wall sides. I suspect that it won't. I suspect I have to query the wall sides, to be honest with you. I'm just going to do it now, honestly. New agent. On object painted. I'm returning because I'm pretty sure it's not going to work much. Yes, it does work, so I'm doing both right now. Also, I turned asteroids back on, so if you're lurking, you should totally check this out. Because when I press play, it's going to be asteroids. And soon something else as well. In arcade. Did I have to poop so bad right now? It's like, it's a real problem. And like, I don't know what to do, man. Oh, don't you dare tell me I'm going to have to make a new wall tile. Alright, I'm going to call you wall tile old. Make a new tile. Wall tile. I don't know if I can just change the script. Can I do that if I like debug or something? I don't think you can do this, but maybe you can. That work? That seems to work, right? Okay. Okay. That seems to work, so. But I need to do something. Oh, man. Okay. Here's what's going to happen in a second. Because I'm going to die if I don't do this. Victor, I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom. It's a real emergency of a situation. Okay? It's an emergency. Do you understand me?
Good luck.
I'm going to press play. I'm going to let the users watch some stuff rotate. Hopefully. That's the goal. So they can see some asteroids and they can look at a station. And that's that. Or I could end the stream. I don't know which one I'm going to do. It's a real problem, though. It's been 2 hours. And I need... There's an exfiltration going on in my body right now, Victor.
And what? Exfiltration?
Yeah, like the SEAL team is leaving or something. So, okay. Look, people, here's some asteroids. It's pretty cool by time of day lighting and stuff like that. There's these things out here, all this stuff. Zombies stuff. We're going to be some zombies at the bases. There's some worms and stuff like that. All that cool stuff that I'm sure you like to see. Here. Okay. Now I'll be back, Victor. I'll be back. All right, Victor, I made my triumphant return. Return. All right, so I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up this arcade right quick. And that's it. I'm going to finish up this arcade. I'm good to go. Oh, man, I had to poop so bad, dude. It was just like, ugh. All right, arcade. Spawning. I don't remember what I did. It's something with walls. So what I need to do is open up all these rooms. I'm going to have to re-export every single one of them. But that's okay. It's really not that long. So I right-click this one. See? And this one. This is not something that you would do very often. Also, Victor, you should really make like one room as opposed to making several rooms. And the reason you should make just one room right now is because there's a good chance that certain back-end things have to change. And you have to redesign a couple of rooms if you get carried away with it and make a bunch of them, you know?
Yeah.
So you should redesign a few rooms that look really good and be like, okay, make sure they have all the stuff they need in them. Then go through and do more. Because, for example, maybe something related to, wall object or something maybe requires a change, that can't go through, so.
And also for testing, it's easier to just have a few pieces.
Yeah, but you can spawn just the room.
Yeah, but I mean, like for actually playing, like, and exploring, the procedural dungeons.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I remember I disabled lighting so we could see in here. That's why everything's kind of ugly.
Some types of rooms just aren't fun, or they don't work, or they're weird or something.
Just looking. So, when you combine this, I feel like it doesn't even look that good. So I'm going to discard these changes right quick. Discard the material changes, please. And then the material is about to turn back on. The lighting should be re-enabled in a second. There. Beautiful lighting. Now what's happening here? Something is doing wall sides when it should not be. Interesting. This here is doing external, probably here, and it does that, and it's not supposed to. We need some sort of priority. Like a fallback priority, maybe? That's what we're going to do. We're going to add priority in this real quick. And we're going to use that priority to control, influence how long it waits. This is correct, but we also need to give it a priority. So I have to serialize this priority. Go over here. What is this? Oh, I see what it's doing here. Priority. Proto member 3. Public int priority. Priority. Has anyone here ever watched? There's a movie. Some Atlantis movie. And someone recently told me it looked like Milo from that movie. So I don't know if anyone's seen it, but Milo from Lost City of Atlantis. Where priorities are performed first. And then we have to give the dark one a priority of like, let's do -1. That should ensure that it's done first and it does the others last. Actually, we should give dark the highest priority. Dark should be the last. So I'm going to do this one. Nope, just kidding. Fine. We'll do it this way. It's not serializable. What is this? Oh, I see the game's running right now. That's why it won't recompile. I see. I see. You about to thrill. Reloading script assemblies. Busy for 12 seconds. Busy for 20 seconds. Busy for 25 seconds. Okay. We should be good now. I'm going to click on this. Guy here. Where is that dark wall pane? Right there. This is a priority, and I need to change this priority to lower. That's all. It's very easy to do that. So, or higher rather. Let's do it like 99. No, that's for way too low, dummy. That's way too high, man. Let's just do like 2. I'll go through 5 frames. I'll be like still within the same second. Just slightly later. Yeah, fog of war shouldn't matter, right? So it should be okay. And cool. Let's open this up. I'll just do a little more in the arcade room, and then we're pretty much done with it. And so, well, done with what I wanted, do with it at least. Let's. Let me do this. Let me edit this. Let me select this. Let me move this. Like this, maybe. See, this connector is related to this door. See, these connectors are related to each other. And so I think what I might do... These are all sterile, see? Now, do I want to do this? Maybe. This way that it's alphabetically next to each other. So it's like door sterile. Because I'm about to make a bunch of door cats, I mean, I'm about to make a bunch of cats. K-A-T's, cats. And so we're going to do door cat, door cat, door cat, door cat. A lot of door cats. Like cat doors. But no big deal. Just looking for the ones. And all we got to do is this. Pretty easy. You got the thriller nights. We got the thriller. All right, so Victor, my plan. I'm gonna get weed. I'm gonna smoke that weed. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna play. So what you should do is figure out, like, I've never played the game, so I don't know if like we'll be able to play automatically because you're EU. I don't know if there's certain servers. I don't know what that whole deal is. So if you can figure all that out, where all I gotta do is just press play and you just tell me, hey, press this button. I'm like, okay. I'll press this button and we'll be even Stevens. Why is it like that? I see. Okay. Dark cat room connector. Cipher. 0. A 0? Here. Now this use tile is going to be, let's do carpet floor. Let's do carpet. I see. That's why. Okay. Let's instead search here for carpet. In dungeons, carpet floor, sterile floor. It's interesting that these are different. Why is one of these different? Door sterile? Oh, I see. That makes sense. Let's see. This one here should be sterile 270. Or 90 rather. It only needs 2 doors. Doors are either this way or that way. So they're the same both sides. So this one and this one should be 90. Just like this one and this one should be 90. But this one should be 0. Right. And then cat 0, cat 90. We're going to do door cat. Door cat. And then 2 more things, which is door cat entity in everywhere. Drag that. There's that guy. And then we're almost done. We're so close to being done. Yeah, I don't know the best way to do this, honestly. Okay, I definitely moved this, and I see that it did not move, so I don't know what that's all about. But whatever. Let's do it like this. Like that. And then I need the same thing here. So let's do door cat 90. Door cat 90. 0. A 0. A 180. A 270. Let's also select the following things and then move them up just a touch, like that. And let's do that here as well. Just move them up a little bit. So that there. So we have a little bit of space. So it kind of work with that space a little bit. I know you can't see that well, but it looks like this. And then we're pretty good. So just want to take this cat door and place it here, here. We're going to save. And also let's get rid of some of these things. So let's do odd by even. Shoop, shoop. Even by odd. Let's place more of these. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. What objects do I have? I have a zombie I could place just for fun. Place a zombie somewhere. Where do you want to place that bad boy? He can go anywhere. You could. You could go like here. Put some like here. Little zombie. Get a zombie in there too. And maybe a light. Maybe what would be a fun thing to add in here? A shelf with items on them. I don't know. Let's just do this. This is pretty okay for now. You know, it could be better. This, again, the intention here isn't necessarily to make the coolest room. It's just to show off. Like, oh, hey, here's what's possible with the system. Let's go to walls. Let's make something kind of more fun, though. This is an idea I have. Let's really just separate it like this. I think this could be sort of fun, maybe. Make like a separate sort of room situation like this, maybe. We did that instead. So it's like inside of here is like this, the secret arcade is in here. I don't know if that'll be fun or not. We'll figure it out in a second. You need to remove that guy. There's 2 there. There's gonna be a zombie in there hanging out, and then we're gonna need to do something which is with the wall paints, because many of these things need to be painted like this. These all need to be painted like that. They're all painted now. They should all be pretty good. We're going to export it. What we should do is make a little room inside the room, which is kind of fun. So the whole thing's going to be kind of like a hallway. And then before we do this, I'm going to close this guy. I'm about to get off, but this is going to be the last thing I do. And so this is called arcade. We need to click on level loader test, and we need to make another element just for the arcade. And we're going to give this guy a 10% chance. And we're going to give this guy a 10% chance because we just took 10%. We add 10%. We need to remove it because the sum total of these are 100%. And we're going to press play. And it'll be pretty good. Pretty good in the hood. Man. Okay, what do we got here? This is going to take a little bit longer because we're generating asteroids. Not too long, though. I think in the actual process, what we'll do is we'll generate stations first. Then we'll generate asteroids next because the stations have much bigger sort of size. So we'll try that. It's going to spawn an entire dungeon. It's going to take a little bit. It's kind of fun to see how it interacts when it spawns on top of existing floors. It's sort of a fun thing. So if it's real cool, we can use that to do something with it. So here, for example. No arcade rooms though. That's actually sort of a bummer. What is this? Just something that happened. That's cute. This is just something that happened. Is it gonna eat the things that were here? Is that how it works? It's like just the nodes are just inside. It's kind of fun. See the nodes are just like the ice nodes, just like inside now, and they're all gonna die soon. So this is our atmosphere in there. So they're screwed. See, look. No atmosphere, see? They're all going to die. But I'm going to generate a new station for them. And they'll still probably die, but they weren't real anyway. What's this icon mean? Weird. Weird. There's a cat door right there. Why is there a cat door there? Did I change the wrong thing? Oh no, this is just this is the arcade. I'm just stupid. That's all. Okay. That connector's sterile. That's why that one's sterile. This one's kitty cat because it's kitty cat. Here this is. Now if we were to go inside here, these guys are all gonna die, like I said, but we'll keep them alive. Try to at least. We'll try to. Chat. What does this icon mean? Did he figure it out? See, I wonder if my chat was frozen. Is that the first thing you said in a long time? I don't know. Okay. All right. What am I doing? I'm keeping these guys alive. All right. Weird. So strange. Because, like, my restream chat died, you know? That's what happened. Then I had to go and poop and stuff like that. Ah, I see. Yes. Been all alone in this sadness. Cause see, something happened when I relogged into Restream chat. And all you people have been here, and I've been pooping. I've been thinking no one's here. I've just been like, okay, well, whatever. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. You know. I had to go and poop, you guys. Good chat wasn't working. Okay, so we're gonna do here though. We want to make sure these guys don't die. So, at least you guys have each other. You know what I mean? That's perfect. You guys have each other. You know? I don't know. Okay. Oxygen emitter. These things, we're gonna keep these guys alive slowly. If they're close enough to the wall, the fungal wart goes off. So we can really keep this alive. This guy, he's dead unless we do this. Okay. No, whatever. All right, here we go. There's a zombie in here, by the way. There's a guy just floating in space. Like, who cares about that guy? Watch this. Check out this. Bye. He's gone. He'll die forever. So, okay. All right. Why is there there's happened to be a slime in there before. But you buddies, come in here. It's going to be pretty dark in here. There should be a zombie, though. There's not? Okay. Okay, well, never mind. Did the slime kill the zombie? Actually, he might have. Slimes will kill zombies, so there's a chance he killed a zombie. Check this out. Cheetah. See? Probably the... I thought that slime literally just died in front of me because I just saw that. So probably the slime. No, never mind. And he's like, oh my god, my poor slime died. They have atmosphere though now. That's good. Let's get a treadmill up here. Let's get this functional. Let's get a light. Let's get a light. A light. There, light. Jukebox. There. Jukebox. They bubbled for a while. You know, it's just the oxygen, so it's just a way of giving feedback. Because like, how do you give feedback that the oxygen emitter is on and producing oxygen? So it just happens to be a bubble. So what it does is, so it spits oxygen off these floors. See, like this here, you can see how it's whiter, and then it spreads. So when this door opens, it might spread a little bit. I'll delete a wall. I'll show you how it works a little bit easier. I think everyone's gonna slowly start coming here. Oh, the guy dropped space rock. I can make this guy eat space rock. That's always fun, right? I can be like, take this and eat it. It could be that the time's faster. It definitely could be something like that. It also could just be that, like, just something about the way this is set up. You look at it, but also they only turn on when they're active, and usually they're not all active like this. So there could be just a number of things that are happening. Where are you eating this? You're going to die. He's determined. Yeah, he passed out from lack of oxygen. He died. He's gonna die here. So what can you do? Okay, pick him up. Stop eating. Don't do that, buddies. This is a safe room. This is your safe place, friendos. But they're going somewhere else. If I lock this door, they'll actually eat it in here. And I could have done that the whole time. I just didn't want to. I thought this would be more fun. I was curious where they would go. See, they'll eat it. They'll be spacing out now. See, he's good. Space rock. Space rock. Low competence. Why? Oh, he got hit in the head. Oh. See, he's incompetent because... Does that say 17 hours remaining? What does that mean? Is that even a thing? I'm doing 17 hours. It's not 17 hours. What the hell are you talking about? 17 hours remaining. I don't know. But his morale's good. Is it? No, it's not. It's -1, so it's hurt. What are you, a baby? He is. He's anxious. That's too bad. At least he's got +3 from that space rock, dude. He's rocking out, you know? Rocking out that space rock. How come he's so weak? 3 is 4? That's 6, right? That should be 6, right? 3 +1 is 6. This says -4. Well, I know that doesn't equal out the same thing. Does the space rock is not working right now? I don't know. Or is it something else that's interfering with that I just can't see? That's probably what it is, honestly. Let me see. So he's -2. If I make him eat space rock, what will happen with him? Nah, whatever. -5. Am I dumb? Doubt it. I could just be a really dumb person. I just can't figure it out. You know? Maybe. All right, what else we got? Anything? So I wasn't here. So if you have people, if you ask me questions, I didn't see it. So if you have a question, just ask. Yeah. Why is that worm not moving? Does he? Because he not wander? If I do this, will he go out? I don't know. Anyway, you want to see the oxygens right now? It's kind of fun. So it's gonna slowly drain. Out. See, these oxygen emitters here are probably going to stop it. I suspect that what will happen is it'll drain to about here, and the oxygen is going to keep it back on. That'd be my guess. So, they're probably going to die. They're probably dead, but you know. Goodbye. Goodbye. There's just so many, huh? Okay, I'll do this then. I know you'll slowly spread out. I know you have to. Because I know that's how you work, see? I know that that's how you work. And just eventually, it's going to equalize. I just thought it'd be more dramatic than it was. I feel like sterile is probably better. Let me do it here instead. Because it's going to be all... You're going to see it all red this way, see? And you'll really see it spread this way, I think. So, see? It's kind of fun. Let me do something. Let me make like big sterile floor. Make like a situation, see, like this, and I'll show you. Atmosphere travels. That's kind of fun. Put that back in. We're gonna put a bunch of oxygen back in here, really fast. All we really want is 100%. That's all we're looking for. It's 100%. So. Anyway, soon I'm going to the dispensary. I'm buying marijuana. Recreational. I don't have any issues. I just do this for fun. Then, packing that joint. Then, I'm playing V-Rising with Victor. Haven't played it before. Pretty excited. Check it out. Freaking crystals. There's crystals in here. There's death everywhere. How is it still leaking? Oh, that's what's causing these issues. I didn't realize those were right there. Eventually there'll be no atmosphere here. Okay, this one though, pretty fun. We'll just do this wall, and you'll see how it kind of fills in, which is sort of, I think, kind of fun. I can't because it's here, but I'll be able to do this, and then I can. So, okay. And then it's going to spread, see? And it's going to go up here, and then it's going to go down here, and then it's going to go, over there. So, windows. Just going to make a bunch of windows for fun while I wait. And then it'll just kind of spread in there. So here's a 0, and then it'll just kind of go about its way. Now this 1 by 1 spreads very inefficiently. Oh, I see. Everyone's going to die because I messed up. Okay. All right. Well, now it'll spread a little bit better. So, see? Then down here it's coming. It might even be here a little bit. It is. See? It might even be down here a little bit too. 2%. So it's spreading slowly. So over here it should be close to 100%. It's apparently 72%, but it'll spread. So there you go. Fun. And then we'll wait a little bit until it kind of comes around, which will take eventually. I'm going to make this faster by doing this and this and this because it's just taking too long and I don't want to wait so long. Window. Window? What does that look like? Not good? Not great. Doesn't look great, right? Spreading so slowly, so slowly, so slowly. This will get it in here, right? It has to. At some point. At some point it'll get in here. You know? Maybe not. Maybe never. It's hard to balance the rate, because if it's too slow, it's like, oh my god. Usually also normally not just staring at it like this. You're usually just doing other. You're like, okay, I'll fill this up. It'll fill and it'll be good. Okay, then I'm going to go do that. But right now, I'm just staring at it. I have nothing to do with my life except wait for this. So I'm just waiting. That's it. Waiting for it to be done. I just think it's fun to play with the oxygen system a lot, so I like to do it. So I'm just going to really just spread this up, though. I'm going to get this to 100% like immediately. And I'm going to build a big room. I'm going to lead a wall. I'm just going to kind of show you how it flows. It's sort of fun. So, or bigger, maybe. Big's easy. Big's easy to see. It's going to spread pretty fast this way. I can't move my camera any further. I'm beyond the limits of that. Oh, that's fun. See, because there's line of sight, because of the window, he can see that. That's kind of fun. And I'll do this. Then it's going to fill this with red probably. This is going to become a bit whiter. So you see it's kind of interacting slightly. This is probably going to become nothing soon. See? And the oxygen is just kind of spreading in and filling out. So, just the thing. So you can do for fun. You delete some of these things. Just kind of see what happens. Yeah. My guess is that's going to equalize somewhere around here. Or here. Be my guess that here or here. So again, just doing stuff for fun. Someone pooped on the floor of this guy. There's a zombie right there. You want to kill him? We could build walkways and stuff. See, watch. Okay, well I can't, but other people could probably, presumably. Let me do it here instead. And you can go fight the zombie. Watch. You can be like, get that zombie. I don't like those zombies here. What do you think y'all doing, zombie? You're in my procedure generate station. He's dead. Hey, there's another one. Let's get him too. That's a good amount of ore, right? Ice too. Get some ice. Looking for food. He's going to eat that biomass he just found. Good thing he didn't eat the poopy. That could have been real gross. He was hungry though. Look at him. I don't even know what he was. I can make him mine this too. That's my station. That's it. I don't got anything else. I mean, I could keep making like the arcade more and stuff. I just don't want to. One thing I'm going to do, though, real quick, is I'm going to spawn another thing, and I'm going to make sure that there is a zombie in there because they're supposed to be. So there you go. I'm going to spawn the entire dungeon. I made eggs. I didn't eat any of them. I just didn't want them. I'm going to give them to my dog, I think. I made scrambled eggs. I'm waiting for the thing to generate. Look at all these eggs, dude. I got all these eggs. Pretty good. Looks pretty good, right? But I just didn't. Just wasn't hungry. Maybe I'll get food when I'm out and about. I can't eat gluten though. I have a celiac disease, so like it's kind of hard for me to eat stuff. Okay. I need something. I need something. I need the arcade, and I want to see a zombie. See? There he is. There's our friend the zombie. He's right there. Our friend the zombie. Right there. There he is. Cool. Little bathroom area. I was seeing what's on the station. There's a weird bedroom, a little private master sort of situation going on. Some sort of like, yeah, they go through the bathroom to get to your room. But, you know, sometimes we've all been there, so. You can have like dorms, like college dorms, where they share a bathroom, little suite mates situation. That could be really cool. What's that? Oh. Why is it like that? Ah, it's the fog of war doing it. That's what's happening. So it's weird like that. The fog of war, see? Yeah. Strange. That's all I got. Victor, you got anything for the great people of the internet? Is Victor even here? You son of a gun.
I mean, I could show you what I've been working on.
What have you been working on?
Hang on.
You'd have to show me, I guess, huh? So this station's super dark because I didn't put any lights in here. Not yet, because I had to put lights and wires, and I just don't want to do all that, so it seems like a lot of work. There's a zombie coming to eat me. He's coming right this second. Where's that bozo going?
Did you get in?
Yeah, I got it. Hang on. I haven't seen it yet. This guy's about to suffocate, but not before I get power up in here, right? Literal. Only work, though. Man, these people. Okay. Now I've got power. Now I'll connect these things. Didn't I have ore? Oh, yeah, I warped. No, I didn't warp, actually. It should be up here somewhere. It's right here. Come here, buddy. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make some metal. We're making metal, buddies. Check this out. Liver was damaged. Why? I do something you're supposed to. Don't do that. If that's what you did, that was bad of you. Are you really going to sign that? I don't care. We're making metal. We're making metal. Okay. No, we're not. Just kidding. We're not making metal. He just took the metal. It's gone. It's gone forever. It went nowhere. What happened to my metal? What happened to my ore? I don't know. It's not here anymore. I know that he's got shallow breathing. I know that he's doing something. What can I make him do? Anything fun? I can make him eat the corpse. Okay. Did he get infected when that happens? He became a cannibal, probably. It's got the head. All right, here's what we'll do. This is the only way to end this. We're gonna place a series of lights so we can light our way through this derelict station that we have found ourselves in. And then we do this, 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 and this. And then we're going to take the head way over here. Oh, he just became a zombie. Okay. The zombie probably has 2 heads. Okay. Okay, well, he just became a zombie, so we can't do that. But we actually still can do it, technically. We just have to fight him. He better not be a pacifist if he doesn't let him die. Okay. We're still going to do a different head, though. Same idea. You weren't infected, were you? You were not. Great. Morale too low. negative 50. That's so. Okay, we're going to try this again. This time, what will increase morale? This will. And this will. I need to increase it by 5, which is actually something that I can probably do pretty easily. If I could give him Space Rock, I could do it. Also, if I get him to sleep in a bed, I could do it. Also, if I just increase his morale by cheating, I can do it. Okay. Now, here's what we're going to do instead. This is such an... Okay. I just want your stuff real quick, buddy. All I want is the things you have. And one of those things I want is your head. Yeah, no colonist assigned a workbench. Yeah, what are you going to do about it, you know? No colonist assigned a workbench. Here. There, now it went away. Who's inaccessible? You are? Did I place that there? Oh, I see what happened. I placed a thing there, and then later something new got generated. Okay, these guys are going to fight each other real quick, though. Because I told him to. I want his head. What's his morale? Still pretty good? Okay. All I want to do, man, is just go over here, dude. All I want to do. I just want to make it far enough. You know what I mean? That's all. I just want to put someone's head in a toilet. You know? It's like it shouldn't be that hard to do that. To put someone's head in a toilet. All these workbench bastards. There we go. We're gonna go all the way over here to the bathroom. If we can. Ugh, not quite far enough to see in there. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we're going to place the head in the toilet. This is all we want to do. That's because everyone keeps dying. That's why it's okay. All I want to do is just place this colonist in here. And then while I'm here, while I'm bored, we'll make this glass. And we'll make this. I don't know, Zentech or something. I don't know, it doesn't matter. There. Also put a series of windows here for fun. Windows. I just want to place the head in here, that's it. So, well, not just that. So we're going to place the head in there. See? And then we're going to relieve the bowels. Everything's going great. We're just using the potty. There it is. Then we're going to take the item back. And we're going to do something with it. What could we do with it? I know. Well, we could almost do that. Here's what I'll do for fun. Show you something you can do in this game that I think is fun. Colonist entity, all component data, skill storage component. I'm going to cheat, make him a laborer. That way he can drag the bodies around. You can't see too, but whatever. 3, that's what I needed. Then all I gotta do. This is fun, I like doing this. I'm gonna drag this guy. The panorama, you know, makes it fun. Look, you can poopy in there. But it's kind of fun because you can see the outside. It's like you get to see this little scenic treat. See? You get to see a scenic little treat when you use the bathroom here. It's fun. And then you go through here, and then you go back into this other sort of bathroom situation. Had that toilet. A little bit short. If you're a real short person, you would be this tall. There I go. Oh, this is glass, I see. First person would be cool, but like this is just like this just shows all the stuff. So it's been placed. Like you can see like the UI. Like there's a lot of stuff there. See. I don't know. That'd be really cool, but obviously these sprites aren't set up for any angle. So like here. Oh my gosh, the speed's very weird. You know. And you click on this and press F. That was not F. That was a different key completely. I just pressed. Oh no. It's so fast. I mean, many sprites aren't really set up to be viewed from the angles that the player might view them from, unfortunately. So you have to redo some art. It'd be really, really cool, though. All right, I'm going to drag this corpse. All I want to do is drag a corpse, dude. Coming over here. Do, 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 do. Dragging corpse is my favorite. Check this out. Ready? See? He's going to drag the corpse around now. And he'll drag it till you tell him not to. He's like, I don't know. You told me to carry this thing. I don't fucking know what this is all about, dude. And then you can drop him somewhere. So you can be like, let me drop him in. What's that? Slime? I could drop him here in the med bay. That seems like a logical place to drop a corpse. But they don't have to be dead. They could be unconscious. You can knock them out and drag them as well. You can also force feed them when they're unconscious. It's good for feeding mental stabilizers to crazy people. See? The zombie here is dead. See? Easy. Also, corpses will rot after like 3 days if they're in a hot room. But this is a vacuum, so we're pretty safe here, I think. So, yeah. All right, what am I going to do? Here's what I'll do. I'll reset everything. I'm just going to warp somewhere really fast. Blue. Warping somewhere blue. And that'll be that. And then I'm getting off. And this time I mean it. Except I have to show the new art that Victor made. And I haven't done that yet. So let me pull it up. Let's see. This is. Ugh. Some days I sit staring at my window, watching this world pass me by. People make jokes 'cause they don't understand me. I almost sit back and cry. Sometimes I think I'm crazy. I'm crazy, oh so crazy. My insecurity. I'm waiting for this, see? Could eat me alive. But then I see my baby. Suddenly, I'm not crazy. Okay. New system. Ooh, a jellyfish is here. A jelly belly. That's so much galarium here. Alright, here's really what I'm going to do last. I'm going to kill this worm and eat it. That's like my favorite. What do you mean you can't walk to? Yes, you can. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying to me. What do you mean you can't walk to this? What do you mean you can't walk to this? You can definitely walk there. What do you mean? What's that supposed to mean? What's this supposed... What does any of this mean? What's here? Is there something here? That they're like, oh, you can't walk on that? Can you not walk on that little pebble or something? What's going on right now? What's happening? I just want to eat this thing. I'm going to eat him. I'm just going to kill him and eat him. That's happening. I just want to eat the slinker meat, dude. Can't be that hard to eat slinker meat. Will he eat it out here, though? I don't think he will, unless he eats on this floor. Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to eat it. He won't just eat outside. He's not an animal, you know. What's up here? Anything fun? Maybe a recipe cache or something? More worms? Some zombies? Ooh, recipe cache right there. Medkits right there. See? Medkits. He's gonna fight this zombie. He's like, fuck you, zombie. Ah! Ah! Oh, he became a zombie. Well, sometimes that happens when you fight zombies. Gear when? Soon, hopefully. Guns, rifles. There's a zombie there. There's an alien prism here. This is not even in retail right now. A lot of new stuff like this. See? Strange probe. Don't kill it. It has a lot of damage. It'll one-shot you. Check it out. See? This thing gets mad, though. If it gets mad, it'll kill everything. Just gonna start murking fools. See? Start murking everybody. Anything it sees now, it's angry. And it'll just be angry till we leave. But then I see my baby. Suddenly, I'm not... Wow, there's a lot of zombies here. I feel kind of bad when I, like, doom people to their deaths like this. And I know they're not real, and I know that I made them. But still, somehow, I feel bad about it. Like, I still feel like these people are more than just things that are revealing fog of war. But maybe that's on me. Maybe they're not. Maybe all of us are just things revealing fog of war. Oh, pizza portal. Check this out. This is fun. I like the pizza portal. So look at this. When they come here, if they come near here, they become pizza. But what's really fun is this thing actually has power. You connect wires to it, and you can power your base. But if you go near it, you'll die. It's a pizza portal. It's the Abyssal Eye portal. Steel Soldier named it. If you're Steel Soldier, your portal's still here, buddy. All right. See this? Pizza. They become pizza. And you can eat it in a shambler with a head inside. You can also summon it by burning pizza in a furnace in your base, and I guess the pizza god or something is going to come get you if you do that. Upgrade module. I see goo. I see biomass. I see crystals. I need ice, ore, and silicon would be the things that I'm kind of missing from this, right? Ore and silicon. There's silicon. No ore. I wrote it down somewhere that I would like to increase the spawn of ore. I wrote that last week, actually. And it seems like that's still a good idea. Because look at also ice. I feel like I get a lot of ice. Crystals are good. Crystals are money, by the way. Each one's 100. So this one has 5, so makes it worth 500 crystals, which is pretty good. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. I don't know when this wilderness is coming out. It's going to be coming out eventually. Like a month or two, something like that. So, that's it. That's all I got, people. That's all I got, humans. So I'm going to get high. I'm going to go play Z Rising, or V Rising, rather, with Victor. Speaking of V Rising. And that's it. So this stuff will come out eventually. And also, if anyone's interested, we could probably let you play early. It'd be really great for us to get feedback and stuff. It's not ready yet, but it'll be very soon for that. So that's it. That's all I got. So I'm out of here. And we're going to keep doing this. So, okay. I'm just kind of waiting for chat to see if anyone says anything, and then I'll get off. So, I don't know. Look, oh, this is an astro. This is a zombie spawner. See that? We gotta put those on bases, dude. That'd be really fun. Oh yeah, and the toss that the Victor's made. So we're gonna show this real quick. All right, Victor, I finally got your stuff up. It looks like what Victor's making is some kind of cave type house. Is that correct?
Yes.
Because that'll be pretty cool. Because with the room system, you can make any cave you want. That could be really fun. You can put monsters in there. You should make. Okay, here's what I want. This is what I think would be a cool idea. Is a cuddler cave. Where there's a lot of cuddler eggs in there, you know?
Oh, shit, yeah.
That'd be really cool. I think it would make sense.
Yeah.
I also think that you should find ore down here. I think that'd be really cool, actually.
Yeah,
I actually think it'd be really cool if you found ore in the caves. That makes perfect sense. It won't actually be underground. It'll actually just be on the surface. It'll just look like it's underground, you know? But I think that's fine. It's like whatever. Yeah. They don't have one entrance. It's actually quite easy to give these things front doors, because what you can do is the first room that spawns will be a room that has, let's just say 2 doors. One door is a connector and one door is not. The door that's not a connector, the intention is that that's where you get into it from.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a door. It could just be an opening.
Can you set like a limit on a dungeon, how many rooms can be generated?
Can you right now? No, but of course, yes, that's no problem, yeah. It's just 25 right now. It's just at the max of 25. But yeah, it's no problem. You can
the first one that I generated became like a huge space sausage of just
that's kind of funny.
rooms.
Yeah, that would just happen if just from the door. And you can see it's interesting because the connector shape really influences what it looks like. And so I think having a good variety of shapes is really going to make them look it's going to make them look so much different, you know?
Yeah.
Which is really, really fun. So I'm not really sure how you got the sausage. It should have almost been statistically... It should be statistically unlikely that you got it, but you did anyway, so who cares, right? Also, it's not that hard to make something spawn. I mean, we can have any control over spawning that we want. I think that what's best for balancing is if every room is its own sort of thing. So some caves might have 3 queen rooms in them, for example. Like, okay, well, this has 3 queens in here. Okay, you know. Depending on the thing. Like, what I mean is that it's better if we can come up with ideas that can be unlimited, like where it doesn't matter if there's 3. So maybe a queen is too much, but perhaps like maybe you should have 1 queen per cave, which could be implemented quite easily by having a global limit of 1 thing per cave and forcing the room to always spawn somewhere. Like, it's not that difficult. But it'd be better if we focus on things that's like where it doesn't matter if 5 of these spawn in a cave, maybe so. So instead of a queen's room, maybe it could be like a nest room. So there's 5 nest rooms in a cave. Like, oh, that's pretty cool. Sometimes queens spawn in here conditionally, 50% chance. Sometimes they don't. You could do something like that. It's quite simple. It's like, okay, well now you could. My point is that this way, if it's like egg rooms, you could explain that. Like, oh, that makes sense. Of course, there's a bunch of egg rooms. This is like a real fertile cave or something. Like, okay, a lot of things here,
Yeah, and sometimes there's like a queen in one of the
Right,
rooms.
which makes sense because like, oh, is there her egg? Okay, cool. Everything sort of adds up. Looks like he's got some rocks or something. He's like, I really want these rocks in here. Oh yeah, we should be a lot of Easter eggs. That'd be kind of fun. We can make like Stardew Valley's caves.
Yeah, could be like crystal caves with crystals on the walls, and
Oh yeah, that could be fun. That could be easy.
you can mine the nodes on the walls directly.
All right, I'm done. I refresh my stream, my chat one more time, make sure no one's saying anything because of last time. And if not, then I'm gonna get food. I'm gonna get some weed. I don't know what food I'm gonna get, honestly. It's kind of hard for me to eat food anywhere. Do do do.
Pancakes.
Do do do.
Actually, kind of nice not having a microwave because I have to.
You don't have a microwave?
No.
How are you gonna buy one?
Maybe.
How are you gonna heat up food?
Just in a pan.
That seems like it's gonna
Or the
take.
oven.
Yeah, it just seems like that's so inconvenient sometimes because the speed. You have to wait.
Yeah.
You have to wait for it all the time. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I'll probably get tired of like manually heating it and then like.
Right. Like at first, like it's so fun. Look, I'm gonna cook. And then you're like, because here's the thing. Eventually, almost immediately, you're gonna cook dinner, and you're gonna cook too much, probably, because that happens all the time. You have leftovers. You be like, how do I heat this up? Like, do I really want to turn on the oven for like this small container of leftovers? That I've cooked. You're like, probably not. Now, I think an air fryer could be a really good investment.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
was
my air
gonna
fryer.
get an air fryer. Yeah.
I like mine a
I
lot.
have like a
For
store.
vegetables, it's great. For most things, it's great.
Yeah, I have like a store like 100 meters from the apartment.
That's close.
Yeah.
100 yards, pretty close. It's not very far. A couple blocks, probably.
Yeah.
Nice upgrade modules here. Oh, they all became zombies, I see. Everyone has become a zombie. or they were eaten by zombies. The zombies have their heads. You have to kill a zombie to get that head back now. Like there's like one little thing here that shouldn't be here. Why is this guy still here? Not my problem. Someone else's problem. I mean, it's mine, but not today's problem. All right, looks like no one's here. So, all right, people. Wilderness content coming eventually. Procedural stations, pretty cool. Asteroids, pretty much done. Not all the way done. So, we're making a clown station probably at some point. It'll be pretty sick. So, that's what we're doing. So, I don't know. Thanks for watching, everybody, for real. So, that's it. I'm just waiting. I'm just still paranoid that like people are in chat, but I can't read it. So, I don't think so, though. I think it's good. So, I'm gone. Goodbye. Also, there's a big chucklefish sale, and you can buy a bunch of stuff, including Starmancer.